Good vibrations there.
Dice. Big meal course.
Now, if the internet could come back for your computer, that'd be cool.
Yes.
No.
Not yet.
Are you recording?
No.
This is
You
your
gotta do it in front of the mic, Alex.
This is your episode. It's just making it more difficult.
I know,
for you.
it's so funny. I don't even care.
Hi, welcome to the Vaguely Anime Podcast, and it's already a shit show. I am your host of three currently, Michael, with good friend here,
Justin Caloris.
Hi, Justin. Also, we got Alex, returning guest star extraordinaire.
Here.
Gundam expert, as we
Yeah.
established last time.
And let me tell you, I've watched so much more Gundam since then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
All the Gundam.
The Taco Bell commercial came out, sorry, I'll let you keep introducing.
Hey, Anthony.
Hey,
How's it
I'm
going?
back.
Yeah, you are back.
Yeah.
How's it going?
I'm doing well.
How was
are
being
you?
a local Italian dad?
Oh my god, so nice. I ate
Nice.
so much gabagool and mowed so many lawns.
Gabagool.
It
Nice.
was great, dude. All of those. That's all I did
That's
over the 3
incredible.
episodes I wasn't here.
And hey, Colin.
Hi.
How's it going?
No, not bad.
Nice.
Could be better. Could be worse.
I mean, hey, you're getting a new job. You're leaving the hellhole that we're at.
Yeah.
Sure.
Nice.
sure
But
are.
I'm cemented into my mid-20s now.
You sure are.
You are.
Love it.
How is that quarter life crisis going?
The quarter life
I
crisis
think he's making
lasted.
it to 100.
It lasted about 3 months.
I don't think any of us are
That,
making it to
yeah,
100.
that was actually part of the quarter life crisis. I had the quarter life crisis, and as I'm having it, I realized, oh, not a single man in my family has lived like past 80 effectively, or that range.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
We're
And
all-
my
we're all gonna
diet
die
is
by, like,
shit.
Whatever.
To be fair, heavy smokers their whole life.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
A different generation. And I was like, oh,
Absolutely.
so this is my third life crisis. Oh, God. And then, as I got to 25, it was like, oh, no, I'm okay. We're good.
Can I
Let's
ask you,
chill.
what was your first life crisis then? If that was your
No,
third.
like
No, third, like
a
one
quarter,
third.
a third,
Like
and a
one
half.
third.
I misunderstood very clearly.
Well, the first one was at the age
also
of
thought
10.
that for a second. I was like,
I was like,
you're
I had
third.
the- I had
I was
the
like, I
inkling of a
understand
thought
third
there.
grade was
I
a
was
bad
like, wait
time,
a
but
minute.
I didn't
Hate
think
when
it was
that
a
happens.
I hate
crisis.
when I have inklings of thoughts.
Dude, no thoughts, just
Vibes.
Gundam. Yeah,
Just,
vibes.
Yeah,
just
no
white
thoughts, just
noise
vibes.
through media.
I like it.
Yeah.
Huge fan.
The
All right,
Taco Bell
well.
Gundam commercial.
Yeah, we could. Well, hey. Also,
could
I
go
think
to
that was the
Taco
most
Bell
like
tonight.
that was the most like
Oh, God.
conversational opening we've had.
Yeah, I think
Just
so.
a nice. Anyway.
Just hanging out.
So wait, do we want to talk about the Gundam Taco Bell commercial for a hot minute?
I
Is it-
do.
you, okay, all right,
Oh,
go
that-
for it.
that
I don't have
friggin'
anything
thing?
in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
It reminds me more of the Diva Overwatch sketch than really any other media. Even though that makes no sense, but the style of the city they animate just reminded me of the Diva
Oh, that's fair.
Diva defending. against
Isn't
Vector or
Steve
whatever.
Bloom in it?
It sure sounds
he
like
is.
it.
I'm pretty
It
sure
sounds-
Steve Bloom is in
Like
it.
you hear the voice and you're like, well, it's either Steve Bloom or a Steve Bloom impression.
If it's still not on, turn the internet off and turn it back on.
Turn the internet off and on. Okay.
That is what they say.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Steve
know.
Bloom is in that as like one of the robots or the people.
The nacho fries aren't that good, but the commercials.
I've never had 'em.
Commercials.
I also don't
Fine.
eat Taco Bell, so.
Love Taco Bell.
I
So the
think I've had
quality
it twice
disparity
in my
between the
life.
food
You're a
and the
sinner?
advertisement
No,
of the
well,
food
no, like
is startling.
I like
I
Mexican
cannot scot-free
food,
from
but if I'm
Correct.
gonna get fast food Mexican, I just don't want fast food Mexican.
I
Listen,
do.
That's
if
like Moe's
you're an
or
American,
Chipotle.
you'll
I
eat
do.
Taco
Yeah,
Bell.
but
I don't
Chipotle
care.
and Moe's are
They're like a tier above.
at least real meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah,
casual.
Where's the fun in
casual
that?
diet.
Let me ask you. Where's the fun in that?
Don't you
I
like
don't
Chipotle?
where's the
shit
fun
my
in a
brains
real
out later.
meat?
Oh, I
That's
do.
okay.
It doesn't matter what kind of Mexican
I think that's
food.
what's called a baptism.
Yeah. Well, I already got one. I don't want more. I barely wanted
Speak
the
for
one.
yourself.
It was against my choice.
Yeah, where do you get off eating real meat? Come on.
Come on.
How
That's
old is
right.
it?
I'm with you, Anthony.
I want to be baptized by steak and nothing else. Just dunk my head into a steak.
I know,
bucket.
steak juice. Oh,
Steak,
so
yeah,
gross.
no, just solid steak. Just like fucking hit baby infant Mike over the hot side of the head with a T-bone.
That's pretty good.
That's how I got these scars.
lightly broiled. Oh my god. Yeah, well, that Gundam commercial. it was kind of raw. It's
kinda fire,
Like,
yeah,
you would
not
not
gonna lie.
expect.
Like, remember when you saw it for the first time?
I
'Cause
sure
do.
did. I know where I was, Alex. I know where I was when David Bowie died, when 9/11 happened, and when I saw the Gundam commercial, Taco Bell commercial for the first time.
I don't think I go that far.
That's a trio.
I do remember seeing it. I was like, yo, that looks cool. Like, what is this? Like, I don't think they advertise, adult animation on probably like ESPN or something,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck was at the gym. Oh, maybe it's at the gym. Anyway, I was just like, wow, what could that be? And then it was like nacho cheese fries. I'm like, and then it was like Taco Bell. I was like, oh, I support Taco Bell.
Oh, which reminds me, from the last time that you were here, there was a hockey anime announced.
There is a hockey anime about. So I'm gonna watch it for the bit, but
Yeah, apparently
everything you told me is it's not gonna be good.
Yeah, the studio has a awful track record, and it's based on a mobile game also, so usually
Japan
not great.
came in 6th in the women's hockey international tournament that just finished,
Really?
which is kind of better than I thought.
I was
they
gonna
would
say
do,
6
to be
out
fair.
of.
Like
Wait,
12.
they have a women's Japanese hockey team?
Yeah, they do.
Do we
national
even
team.
have a women's hockey
Yeah,
team?
No
we're
idea.
We
so
do?
good.
Yeah.
We are?
We're so good. We lost this year, but this was like our first year losing in like a
We're
decade.
so good. We
Really?
lost, but
we
we're
came in-
great.
We lost the
Yeah.
gold medal game.
Oh,
After like
so I
not
guess
getting
it just goes to show how much, like,
for
they
like
advertise it.
4 games.
Wait, we came in second.
Yeah, we lost.
Wow.
We lost the gold medal game versus Canada in
I
overtime.
was gonna say who? Canada.
So really quickly back to the Taco
Did
Bell
it work?
commercial. It's back on now,
cool.
but I looked it up on my phone.
I did then. It'll be here.
Steve Bloom is in it, and also the famous VTuber Grar, the
Oh
little
right, there
shark
were
girl.
there were a couple internet
God.
people in there.
Yeah. That's
I
kinda
forgot
funny.
about that.
God.
The VTubers are fun.
Yeah, they're fun, but, like, why?
I don't really watch
I'm
them, but-
indifferent towards most VTubers.
You know, it's honestly, it's really weird. I feel like there's such like a weird, like, I don't know how to describe the feeling, but like such like an ick whenever I see like a YouTube personality or like a VTuber in like a big budget thing. Like I watched Free Guy.
Yeah, I was about to
I
say
watched
you saw
Free
Ninja
Guy.
Turtles.
Oh, I
Yeah,
wanna
I saw
watch-
Free Guy,
I still
right?
wanna see
Ryan
that.
Reynolds?
With Ryan Reynolds. Yeah,
Yeah.
Free Guy. Let me tell you something. Was
tell me.
going in with like lower than low expectations. Like was just expecting to turn my brain off and like whatever. Free Guy is a fun as hell movie.
Yeah,
dude.
I've
That
heard
movie
nothing.
is
I've heard,
so
I've
fun,
heard nothing,
dude.
but it's super fun.
It's,
No,
it's
Free
really
Guy
fun, and there's a
is-
romance in that movie that's done so well that like I
Not till I
did
expected
not
that.
imagine. No, did not expect it. Like it's
Really?
actually like pretty well written.
I still
and
want
I'm
to go
like,
see it.
what is going on?
That's
here?
that's a perfect movie for the simul release for that. I would not like see
I
that
like
in theaters.
theaters.
I like
theaters.
I know
Yeah.
I love theaters, but like I still don't go to theaters that
No,
often.
definitely,
Not
my
really to
experience,
the
he's right.
current real
Fair
world,
enough.
but like if something's on HBO Max, like that's a
No,
perfect opportunity.
my
to watch it on
experience
HBO Max.
absolutely was
Yeah,
not
they did-
improved by seeing it in theaters.
they
Like
did,
my experience was just fine seeing it in theaters. Like if I saw that on HBO Max, I would have been like, alright, whatever.
They did
I
that
would have the same
simultaneous
experience.
release because it's still kind of COVID.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there are some movies that like I have to see it.
Right.
It's like I'm gonna go see Dune on the
Yeah,
biggest screen
Dune.
possible.
Dune is like a
100%,
movie
dude.
made
Got
for
it.
us.
Also,
Free
also
Guy,
they,
absolutely
they
not.
also
Yeah.
refused to put it on anything same day.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
like,
No, it's coming out on HBO Max the same day.
I thought they refused. I
No,
thought they
no,
were like,
no,
we're not
Dennis-
doing
oh, it's
this.
coming out.
Dennis was like, no, I
Yeah,
don't
Denny
want
was
this.
like,
But
yeah,
I didn't know
I
if
thought
you
they
guys
said
wanted
Warner
no.
Brothers owns it. Warner Brothers owns it, and they're like,
Warner
no, we're
Bros. was
doing
like,
it.
Oh, that,
Wow.
I thought they were like,
Yeah.
we're not doing it.
He doesn't want
All
to
the
do
big
it, which I don't
companies are
blame
doing
him.
that now.
Like
just-
that's a movie that deserves to
I
be on
trust
the big
Dennis with
screen.
my life.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
I mean,
back what I was saying
it's like
about
saying,
Free
it's
Guy.
like seeing
Dennis or
Dunkirk that
Denis?
way for the first time.
No, Denis.
I saw Dunkirk for the first time.
Oh,
Yeah, I know that.
Raw.
But it's like
raw. It's
like
raw
Dun-
movie.
Dunkirk as a movie is one of those movies to me that like if you don't see it in theaters, what the fuck's the point?
No, yeah, you need to. That's a movie you need to see.
I have like a
in theaters,
nice
absolutely.
screen with like a nice speaker
you
system
have a
at
good
home.
screen to
So
watch
I was
it.
like, okay, Dunkirk wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting more of a like a central plot, but like I kind of like the
No, yeah,
just like
Dunkirk is like
situation.
surprisingly narratively.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
just
like, I don't think
following
it-
some
I think it
random
was
dudes.
awesome.
You know, it works. It completely works.
Like I don't know if I
perfectly.
ever need to see it again. Like I have no drive to see it. Like if somebody was like, "Hey, want
I
to watch
think-
it?" I'd probably say yes.
think
But like
a
I have
second-
no drive.
I think a second watch
Okay.
would be awesome for that movie. I think it probably adds a lot, but like
I
it's not
agree.
something that I left
Yeah.
in. Like Tenet,
That's- yeah.
Tenet, I was ready to watch again that night.
That's
I-
not like
Yeah.
an. That's
The
not like an
dumbest
every year
movie in
rewatch.
I
you know?
fucking despise Tenet.
Sorry, Justin, keep talking about
Tenet
Dunkirk.
is ridiculous.
It is just a masterpiece
guess
that is
not.
so
No,
up
no,
its
no,
own
no,
ass.
let's let
Anyway,
Justin- no, no,
go
no.
ahead.
What?
We interrupted you about Dunkirk, so before we got away, we wanted to talk to
I
you
was
about
lost
Dunkirk.
in Colin's gaze. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's sorry.
What movie are we discussing right
Dunkirk.
Well, I wanted to say the thing
Dunkirk.
about Free Guy before.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
Free Guy,
finish your thoughts
real
on
quick,
Free
real
Guy.
quick,
So
real
bad.
quick.
Go for it.
No, Free Guy. Okay. So I was saying before, like I feel like a really weird like ick. Like it's not like a convulsion kind of ick. It's kind of like a like what kind of ick, you know what I mean? So like in Free Guy, there are so the movie's about video games, right? So it, like they make many references to video games and like video game culture and all that shit. And some of it works.
Does Ryan Reynolds say poggers?
No, he doesn't, and that it's a missed opportunity.
But Jacksepticeye's in it.
No,
And
yeah,
apparently
cool.
he's
So
friends
that's
with
the
Ryan
thing.
Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds remembered him when he went to like the party because they've met once before. I think he interviewed him
That's
like years
awesome.
ago, and he went to a party and he was like, "Oh hey, there's Ryan Reynolds," and he was like, and then he looked over, saw me, and went, "Jack," and ran over. Was
my
like,
God.
"How you doing?" And he was like,
That's so
I
cool.
would sob.
I would
Yeah,
sob.
right.
But Jacksepticeye's in it. I forgot what his name is. There's like a bunch of like famous. Oh,
Yeah.
Pokemon's in it.
Ninjas in it.
There's like a bunch of like famous
Oh,
ninjas
God.
in it. There's like a bunch of
He's still a
famous
thing?
streamers in it. Yeah.
sure.
Why
is.
There's
would
like a
he
bunch
be?
of famous streamers in it, and like every time they came on screen, I was just like,
It's like cringe, but not
ew,
quite.
like you know.
"Well,
Like,
I
gosh,
remember Bernie Burns, the guy that was the CEO of Rooster Teeth. He was in Why Him." He was at like a party scene.
Was he really?
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Because
I don't know what
I
it is.
didn't finish that movie because I went to go see it and then I had to go do something. So like I got a call in the middle of the movie and I was like, ah, shit! It's the only movie I've ever left. Like
Wait, what's
in my
Why
life.
Him?
It was
a
Bryan
rom-com.
Cranston and
Yeah.
James Franco.
Oh, is that the one where
and-
Bryan Cranston like hates James Franco? 'cause
Yeah.
he's dating his daughter. Or
Yes.
whatever? Oh, okay.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
there's a party scene in that movie because he's like a tech, like a
Tech billionaire.
media, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in that movie, Bernie's in it. And I remember because I got to that scene and I think I left soon after that. And I tweeted, I was like, I don't even remember anything about this movie, but I remember seeing Bernie and going, "Hey, why are you there?" And I tweeted that out, and then he liked my comment. And I was like,
love
that's cool.
cameos. I watched
He-
the Muppet movie recently,
Oh.
and that movie flies by its
Slammer
cameos.
of a
But
movie,
watching
dude.
Emily Blunt play her Devil Wears Prada character again,
Oh,
yeah.
ruled.
Fire.
I still need to see
Bernie,
that
Great
movie.
Bernie
movies.
was also had a cameo in an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Did he?
Really?
Yeah.
Which one?
Wait, did
Like
he actually?
as like an actor or like as Bernie?
He's a background.
Just background.
Oh, okay.
Like he was in it for 2 seconds. You could for like 2 seconds you can see his back, and then for 2 seconds the camera cuts to him looking up at the gang and being like, "What the fuck?" And then that's it.
Well,
That's
Rob
kinda
is
funny.
like a Rob McElhenney or however you say
McElhenney.
it. McElhenney?
Yeah.
Isn't he like a big video game fan?
Yeah.
Because he has like a show about
Big
video games now
gamer.
too, right?
Yeah, he has
So like
that
he's like an
on,
actually like a genuine fan.
Yeah.
I like when Rob got fat and then buff as a bit.
Yeah, for the
Oh
bit.
yeah.
That's
He's-
I
phenomenal.
have so
Phenomenal
much
bit.
respect for that man because of it. I don't watch Always Sunny, but like,
he was just like, yeah,
Good
this
job,
I
dude.
think this will be funny. So he just fucking went for it.
became Fat Mac.
He's really funny. Like that's my favorite sitcom. I've
It's
watched it
so
15
funny.
he became
times
Big
now.
Mac.
Big Mac.
Big Mac.
He
He's
is
Fat
Big Mac.
Dunkirk.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah. Anyway, what do you want to say about Dunkirk?
Yeah, back there.
Something. What I was gonna say about Dunkirk is something I really appreciated is because we were talking about the lack of dialogue in the movie. I thought it was cool how they used like the score, like I think it was Hans Zimmer did
think
the
it was
score,
Hans.
Like,
Probably.
the stopwatch clicking, like
Yeah.
it was kind of like
Oh
the
my God, that
signal.
shit's so
like it was
fire,
like
dude.
you got to the point you heard it and you were just like something's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's
like
anxiety-inducing.
All his
I
mo-
gotta
great.
prepare.
Well, that's like most of his movies
was
have to
great.
do with like time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like time dilation, time is up for him. So like, and totally like I heard the clock ticking. I was like, yeah, that fits. That makes
Oh
sense.
yeah, it worked well. And then
Please
plus
Rob.
the like the craft, I think they made like the battleships and like the planes. They made that
I
for
think
the
so,
movie.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, wow.
Nolan is
They
a
made,
very
like,
like
the-
practical director.
Yeah, I
he's
was like, this
super
is
into that.
crazy. They like remade planes for the movie. Damn,
Shit's
Yeah.
great,
that's
dude.
pretty incredible. I,
I think
gotta
a
say.
really underrated facet of like that movie and like
Mhm.
Nolan's filmography is the way he utilizes Tom Hardy in his movies.
yes,
Like I'm
yes.
serious, right? Because
Love a
that
good Tom
dude
Hardy.
puts Tom Hardy, except in Inception, that dude puts Tom Hardy in masks all the fucking time, and he gets the best performances out of Tom Hardy.
Yes.
Is he in
Dark Knight Rises, he was Bane,
Right,
so he
yeah,
wears
yeah.
the mask the whole
Right.
time.
He's-
Dunkirk, he doesn't take his mask
He's
off
in the
at the end of the
pilot.
movie.
Oh yeah.
He's the
Yeah.
last
And he's
pilot.
amazing in it.
I was
He's
gonna say
amazing
he's
in
not
that.
in Tenet, is he?
It took me so
No,
long.
he's not in
on
Tenet.
unfortunately.
And he's not in Interstellar. I don't think.
He's not in
No.
Interstellar.
I also another movie I don't like.
Interstellar.
love Interstellar.
is
I
like
too
Interstellar.
long for
Interstellar
me.
is a
would
very
love-
overrated movie, but I really
I
like
would
it.
I've
love
still
to
never
rewatch
seen it.
Interstellar, but
I,
it's
the
so
the
long.
ending of Interstellar really
It's so
upset me.
stupid. It's
Why-
so
why did it
stupid.
upset you?
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Do you care?
No, I've heard
Okay,
it
all right,
already.
cool. All right, so spoilers for
Oh,
Interstellar.
yeah, you're actually
Sorry,
right.
Colin.
Spoiled.
So like overall, that movie, I remember like watching it in a theater, like in upstate New York for like $4, and it was like with me and my dad because upstate New York fucking don't give a shit. It was like an empty theater, so me and my dad went. We're sitting there and we're watching it, and like overall, I was like, all right, this movie's okay. Like, I didn't really care all that much. Like, it's pretty.
Okay.
It's got like no one. Like, I will, even if I don't like Nolan's films, I mean some of his films, I will say like he doesn't do anything bad. That man is a great director.
He's phenomenal.
Yeah,
director.
phenomenal. Like the work he does is absolute masterclass filmmaking. But like sometimes his stories just get so up their own goddamn ass.
Oh my god, Christopher Nolan is like the dude who like consistently lives up his own
Yeah.
ass. It's lovely. He
Like-
comes out for daylight like once a week, and he's like,
But like, so Interstellar was like okay.
great.
It
Only
was,
once a week.
only once a week he comes out, and he's like,
No, it only comes out on Groundhog Day to tell you.
yeah,
if it's-
Of course.
He comes out once a year on
The next
Groundhog
movie
Day.
about time is gonna go sideways.
He's like, guys, I
Just
wrote-
you wait.
That's
Michael
what he-
Caine is gonna be in it.
Michael Caine's gonna be in it, and he's gonna tell you all you need to know and leave.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what he's gonna do.
But, like,
I like it.
Because like Interstellar, like it's fine. It's a good, solid, okay movie.
Interstellar
And then
is
the ending
3
hits. Yeah, and then the ending hits, and it's just the most bullshit jargon. Like where they're like, "It's love, Tars. It's love.
It's
Love is
love.
the answer to everything. It'll connect all of the universe." And you're like, I just.
Here's the thing. I
Nolan's
get
about
the
the
sentiment
vibe.
though. I get
He's
the
about the
sentiment.
vibe.
Yeah, me
He's
too.
got a vibe. I get the sentiment. It's just really stupid in
Yeah, like
execution.
I
Like,
understand,
it's really
but
dumb.
it's so dumb.
Just, it's not about the dialogue or the story. It's about the vibe.
And then especially,
time.
and
It's about the
especially
vibes,
though,
bro.
because then like at the once that all gets passed and he wakes up and like he gets found,
Yeah.
he like walks over to his daughter and his daughter's like, "Oh hi, okay leave, like you shouldn't be here."
Yeah.
And it's like, cause she's like, no father should watch their kid die or whatever. It's like, bruh, he's been trying to get back to you for so long,
but
and now you're not even
that
gonna let
feeling
him
makes sense,
stay
right? 'Cause
there.
she's right. She's like, no parent should have to watch their
It's like,
kid die.
I've only got
I
like
get
2 more
that.
minutes. We're not gonna get it.
Yeah, no, not a bit, not at all. Like, we're not gonna have some big unveiling. Like it's
I don't
2
know,
minutes.
it's so
It's
weird.
2 minutes left of the movie.
I've got
the
4
credits
words
are about
left.
to
I'm like
roll.
wasting them on you.
I'm sorry. Did you want the movie to be a little longer?
No, but I'm just like, I don't know. It felt weird.
75-hour-long
It just
film,
felt
like-
weird, and then like.
No, that movie is okay. So there's a first third is the beginning until they go to space. That movie's fine. That movie's a B minus a B.
Yeah.
That middle movie where they're in space till the end bullshit, which is most of it, luckily, or maybe like about equal to the first one. That movie rules.
Yeah, it's an
that
A+
movie,
right there.
That
Beautiful,
movie
too.
where they
Beautiful
go,
VFX.
they go
And it's
planet-
another movie
they go
with
planet
stranded
hopping,
astronaut Matt Damon.
They go planet hopping. They find surprise Matt
Holy
Damon.
shit, Matt Damon is in that movie. Oh my
that
god.
all that
Yes.
shit rules.
They
That
just
is
forgot.
So
They
that
just find Matt Damon.
bangs.
Yeah, they just
Yes,
find
but-
Matt
Yeah,
Damon.
yeah,
They
he's just on a
find
planet.
it.
It's the second
Right,
space
because they had
movie
the-
with
they had
stranded
the-
Matt Damon on a different planet because
Yeah.
he's you got
Rescuing
Martians
Matt
right
Damon.
because
stranded
they
Matt
had,
Damon
like,
on
the-
another planet.
yeah.
And
They
you
had
got-
like the first exposition, or not exposition. No exposition, right?
Like an info dump.
No. Like is that the word I'm thinking?
well,
of?
I mean,
Exposition?
the first
During
the
background,
first thing
what are
they
you
talk
talking
about is that they send,
when
they send
you
people
go on
out
a great,
already.
when you go on a great journey. Is it like an exposition?
An expedition.
Expedition.
Expedition. That's what it is. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
he was
Right.
the first people.
That's right, because they had like the first expedition, and then Anne Hathaway, she would tell
And he
us
lied
to-
and chose the wrong
just
planet.
Like
All the other
twice
people,
he
right.
chose the wrong planet, so he like lied so he could try and get back home.
Yeah.
That shit rules. Like I like hard sci-fi like that.
Yeah.
Like or whatever. Interstellar is bullshit, like hard science wise, but like that concept of like regretting your choice of wanting to go back home, like
Well, some
rules.
stuff
It's so
Interstellar
cool.
is right.
Yeah, no, there's stuff.
Yeah,
like,
there's
Time to Lie
a
should
good
real.
amount in there. That's
There's
No,
a
okay,
scene in
third
that
movie,
movie-
and then the end, and that. Yeah, whatever, that's
the
happens.
greatest scene in that movie, which I think you're going to talk about, is
it
with
when-
him watching all the videos of his daughter aging.
That's a great scene. No, the scene that I like. There's a scene in
I
that
think that's
movie
the
that
best
like
one.
completely made my heart like fucking sink into like my stomach. Was when Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway and Tars are coming back from that like big wave planet
Yeah.
where
Oh,
like
yeah.
time moves differently, and then they come back,
Oh.
and then the
8
guy's
years
like
a minute?
aged like
Or an
60
hour?
years.
8 years an hour.
He's like, what? We've been gone only for like an hour and a half or like 2 hours, and he's like, you've been gone for 60 years.
Dude, that
and I'm like,
that shit was brutal.
I was like, oh
That
my
was
god,
brutal.
that hurt, dog. He's like, I didn't think you were coming back,
It's like,
and I'm like,
sorry,
oh my
sorry.
God.
Who is
I was,
it?
like,
It's
sobbing.
It's God, who plays Bernard and
I
The
want to say
Watcher?
it's Chiwetel
Hey, wanna look
Ejiofor.
it up?
I don't know if that's how you say his name. I want to say
who
it's
are we
him, but I
looking?
forgot
It's
what
not
his
Jeffrey Wright though, right?
I don't.
I thought,
Oh, wait,
I thought
it
the old
actually
one
might
might
be
be
Jeffrey
Jeffrey
Wright.
Wright because it's an
What
old one.
is
and a
the
young
character?
I think it might
just
be-
look at
I think it might be
IMDb
Jeffrey
for,
Wright.
One. Yeah.
Is it Jeffrey
Interstellar.
Wright?
But it's
Speaking
like,
of Jeffrey
but like,
Wright,
Hold on, no. So wait, we got the
I
Jeffrey.
know what you're going
We
with
got
this.
the Jeffrey
Okay.
Wright, and I was like, I'm sorry, Jeffrey Wright. We went to Shyamalan's Beach that made us old.
Yikes.
wait, did you watch
Yikes.
No, absolutely not.
Did
I
not-
never
I'm
seen
not
that
gonna
movie.
watch that.
I
I'm
never
not
want to see
watching
that
it.
movie. Keep
The-
that movie
the-
away
the
from me.
biggest
no,
problem-
I kind of want to spoil the shit out of that movie because
I-
I did see it.
Every time I saw the trailer, I was like, "Wow, this! I just don't care."
Yeah,
just
I
want
totally
this to
agree.
be
the
I
over.
biggest
don't
problem
want
with
to see that.
I wanna
Shyamalan is that
tell
he
you-
made
I wanna
himself
look
so
away.
Tell
famous
us
for
off the
twists
podcast.
that
It
you
sounds
now
like
go
that.
into every movie expecting a
the
twist.
twist in that movie fucking sucks.
Of course it does.
tell us
Someone
later.
has nailed
Tell
it
us-
twisted forever.
Yes, he has, dude. Did you just see Split?
Oh.
Split's twist is amazing.
No. Oh wait, Split. Yes, I was for a second. I was thinking
Okay.
of
Holy
Glass.
shit.
I didn't see Glass. No.
Yeah, I was about to say Timothy
I
Chalamet.
didn't see Split either.
Split's
Microphone.
good.
I hear it's really good.
Split is
I should
good.
watch it.
Oh.
Glass,
You got
not
it.
so good.
Right.
It might be.
It was
no,
really
it's not.
what was
him.
the,
It's not David Oyelowo.
Not
yeah,
the
because
one
this was the
he
astronauts.
made in like the
This is
90s
probably-
with
I'm
Bruce
trying to
Willis.
because like I feel like
That
he'd be
one
bigger
was
billing.
unbreakable.
Is it
No,
David Gayassi?
the one that was like up for a bunch of Oscars.
Oh, Sixth Sense.
Yeah. Still haven't seen that either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, me neither.
But
Doesn't
I,
Sense is
but
fine.
somebody spoiled the ending for me. So I'm
You
like,
mean literally
Yeah,
everyone
the-
ever?
yeah.
It's the most spoiled ending.
Yeah.
Dude, literally.
yeah,
Because I remember.
I literally can't watch it now. 'cause
Dude,
I'm like,
honestly,
yeah,
like
just don't
hot
feel like
take.
it.
I think his best movie is Signs. Like
Which one's
Hot
Signs?
That
take.
is
my hot take.
sizzling hot
I
take.
love
Which
Signs.
one is
dog.
Signs again?
Hot
Signs
the
is the one with the aliens.
Is it with
Hotter
Nick
take.
Cage?
I think his best
No, that's
movie
no,
is
Mel
The
Gibson.
Last
That's no
Airbender.
way.
Go home.
No,
Colin.
Mel Gibson.
I
am
forgot
home.
he
I
did that
know.
movie.
What did you say?
I think his best
He
movie is
made
The
a-
Last Airbender.
Holy
Last-
shit! Am I fucking moron?
No, I didn't see it either,
I
dude. I
don't.
don't know what the fuck is
I
wrong.
don't.
I think
No,
it's-
he
I think
does.
it's
He
David
does.
Oyelowo.
I'm a flat
I
earther.
think it's
He
cool.
loves
Well,
it.
no,
He
because
loves
there
the
is a
Avatar
school
movie.
principal
I
that
had to
does
be
it
drunk
also.
to watch it, and even then I was
hold on.
really upset.
Third
I kept
ass
just
movie.
taking
Who made you
shots.
watch that movie?
What?
Why'd you watch that movie again?
The Last Airbender?
Because during quarantine, Sage was like, "Hey, let's watch The Last Airbender. You're allowed to drink heavily," and then we watched it over Discord
So
and drank a
not
lot.
worth it.
Oh, so
It wasn't worth it.
So
It wasn't.
unredeemingly bad. Like
I'm sure.
I truly
Oh,
love
it is
a piece
David
of
Gayassi.
That sounds
Yeah.
terrible.
Love
Like
piece
I
of
think
shit
I
movie.
might have gotten near blackout.
It
was
like
David
not
it
Gayassi.
at least
That
it at least had
sucks.
some alright
That
effects.
sucks.
I'll give it that.
What about like if you?
Nothing else.
What about the I know you've watched like Transformers 4 or 5.
All of that.
Like
actually.
really,
all of them.
really, yeah.
I
They're actually my favorite Gundam.
I've seen all the ones with Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah,
is that one and
don't
two,
watch
or is
any of
that
the ones
also
with
three?
Mark
That's also
Wahlberg.
three.
That's right.
Okay, then 3 also.
Yeah, Cade Yeager is the worst cinematic
Cade
character.
Yeager.
Dude, you
uh,
can't sit there and tell me Mark Wahlberg is a computer hacker or
I-
computer scientist or whatever the fuck he is in those movies. You
Oh,
can't sit there and
can't.
tell me Mark Wahlberg is a computer scientist, dude.
I won't do
You
it ever.
can't do it.
He,
Like,
he
you
also
can't convince
he's
me.
also the movie that I hate the most when it comes to editing. Next to fucking Bohemian Rhapsody that won a goddamn Oscar
yeah,
for
what's
its
the movie?
editing.
Yeah, that's rough. That's real
Mile
rough.
22. Mark
That's-
Wahlberg's
oh,
Mile,
yeah.
Mile 22.
Oh, you're one of the
Didn't see
12
that.
people that's seen that movie.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, because
I didn't watch it.
I saw it when because when I lived in Texas, the movies in fucking Waco were $5. Didn't matter if you were seeing
course.
it in IMAX or regular.
Quick
thing,
question.
It was $5.
Okay.
Quick question. It's 12 Mile. Starring Mark
22.
Mile 22.
Mile
22.
Mile 22.
Not
Is this
8 Mile.
is this a sequel to 8 Mile?
God, I wish it'd be better.
Oh, because Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, he could have been
Yeah.
rapping.
Yeah.
Maybe he's.
This
No,
is the story of
so
Marky
if
Mark.
Mile
Mile
22 was
22
the sequel to 8 Mile, I think I'd have to leave the
Yeah, I
planet.
think I'd lose my mind.
It's just
But,
another
like,
movie
leave
about
the
a white guy
planet.
It
and
has-
a really good
it-
rapper.
I hate it here.
Yes, I quit.
But like
it,
it
we're
has
done here.
it has one fight scene that is pretty good. I wish it was better, but they still cut it a bit too much.
Cool, sounds
But they
like I
got
watch
they
on
got
YouTube.
they got the oh god, I'm forgetting his name, but the lead actor in the
Mark
Raid.
Wahlberg.
No, the lead actor in the Raid.
Mark Wahlberg. Oh,
Oh,
I don't know.
Iko Uwais?
I don't remember.
John David Washington.
Want to look it up
He's
real
the
quick?
lead,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just look up the Raid.
The Raid is
Yeah,
Iko
but he's in
Uwais.
it. There's one fight scene with him in a hospital that is the best you're gonna get, and it's still edited a bit too much. But like, at least you can tell what's going on. But a little later in the movie, they go into a coffee shop. I remember this so fucking explicitly. Oh, by the way, I was saying that I went and saw the movie because in Texas every movie was $5, and I had so much free time when I was at college in Texas that me and my friend would just go see literally every single solitary movie that came out. I saw fucking I Feel Pretty because we were like, let's go see it. Another movie. Let's go do it. I literally saw every movie that
You
came
mean
out
the
like
Amy
in like
Schumer
it-
vehicle?
Yeah. And like I saw every movie that came out in like a 6-month span.
That's
because it
kinda
was
funny.
$5. So I was like, why not?
It's a good bet.
I go
Yeah.
see
Oh.
5 movies. I pay for a regular movie here.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yeah, why not? But anyway,
Okay.
they go into a coffee shop, and there's like a fucking gunfight.
Mm-hmm.
And this fight, I swear, there is not a scene that holds for longer than 0.5 of a second. And that entire sequence is like 5 minutes.
Ooh.
And it does not hold on a shot for like even a second. It is god awful.
Really?
It was horrendous. You couldn't tell what was going on. It was also dark, so that didn't help shit.
Oh, damn.
It was horrendous.
Sometimes editing like that works. Like I know, like Baby Driver,
No,
the-
'cause
like
Baby Driver doesn't cut all
they,
that much.
They in the beginning at least, like when they're like chasing, it
But-
cuts a little
That's
bit.
also
Yeah,
the
but
way
it
Edgar-
also cuts to a like moment, like to a beat.
Oh, this was worse. This is
No,
this is
literally,
not
I'm
cutting
like,
to a beat.
No, I mean literally a half a second.
also
Oh.
depends on.
It's just
It probably also depends on how
For
complicated
5
the motion
minutes.
is. Edgar
I
Wright cuts
guess.
a lot of like just one door handle shifting or something. It's like,
Yeah.
cool, this is the
He
whole
cut-
frame.
yeah, he
this
follows
is all
through-
that happens.
he
is
follows
him
through
shifting.
motion.
The way he does
Okay.
it is he cuts to inserts.
yeah.
That's the
He
thing.
follows
He cuts to
through. He
inserts.
follows
Edgar
through
Wright?
motions.
Yeah, he uses
Okay.
he uses those cuts to progress the story very quickly, or to make
Or
a
it's to
funny
the beat of a
gag.
music,
Okay.
or it's to
Makes
the
sense.
it's a cut to the motion. Something swings forward, the cut will be coming in.
Yeah,
like-
that's what I was picturing when you said
No,
the
no, no, no,
editing.
no.
But if
It-
this
it's-
is not
it's to
like
nothing.
that, then that sucks.
it's just
Do
to
you know
nothing.
that scene in Taken 3 when he jumps over
No.
the fence?
Where there's eight
Where there's
cuts
like
between it?
85,000 cuts. It's like that.
But it's fucking awful. It's god awful. And then there's Bohemian Rhapsody that had like 30 billion cuts in a fucking dialogue conversation.
God, can I tell
and
my
one
Bohemian
best editing?
Can I tell my Bohemian Rhapsody story on this podcast? Did I
first-
tell you guys
first
that
off,
story?
that-
Sure. I
actor.
wish. But yeah.
Iko Uwais? Is that how you
Yeah.
pronounce that?
Yeah.
Mike
okay,
King.
Cool. You were right.
Mike King. Love that
I
man.
wish fucking Sacha Baron Cohen's Bohemian Rhapsody movie got made
Me
instead.
too.
I think I only know
Me
one
too.
bad. I don't have like a formal like editing background, so everything I've learned is from you guys at like video essays. But the only thing that like I was in theater was like, oh, this is bad. Hobbs and Shaw, they have a scene where The Rock and Jason Statham are describing like how their plan for how they're gonna like set up to beat the bad guys or whatever.
Right.
And every shot is moving excessively. It's those two standing still talking on the ridge. Like cut to like what their plan will be, and then it's just like sweeping full 180
Yeah, dude, stupid
camera.
fucking unmotivated
Every single one.
camera
It takes
movement.
about like 3 seconds, and then they just go back.
Well,
Or they
it-
cut to a different angle. They sweep like more diagonally.
The
It
Bourne
rules.
Legacy is also really
Rules.
famous for its editing being not great because it's just every fight scene is
the one with
shaky cam.
the one
and
with
it's-
Jeremy Renner.
No, all
No.
of them.
Jenny Rat.
I think Jeremy.
There's
Renner's-
one without Martin.
Yeah.
whatever.
No,
his name,
but
Matt
the
Damon.
3 with Matt Damon are universally fight scene wise just shaky cam.
just like it's
I've
it's just Matt
never
Damon.
seen those movies.
I saw them
Me
like when I was
neither.
young,
Me
so
neither.
like,
Got there.
I've seen them when I was
No
young, so I
interest?
don't remember much. But I do
What?
remember
No
it's
interest?
a lot of
Yeah.
Matt Damon like
That's
just
valid.
like looking, and he's just like keep walking. They cut like do 4 cuts in the meantime. He looks over his other shoulder, just
Jesus Christ, it's Jason
Jesus
Bourne.
Christ, it's Jason
which
Bourne.
is the
That's
one,
the 5th one when
the
they brought
one-
Matt Damon
yeah.
back.
I do like action movies when they get put on, but I will never put it on for myself. I just don't have the drive to put them on most of the time. It's got to be
Depends
like,
what they are.
It's got to be like something either special or just like
If it's Mission Impossible.
lag-
Look, let me
Can
tell you something.
Can you say
like-
though? Is it pure action that you're talking about, or like are you talking like action comedy, action like?
Nah, 'cause, like,
or
generally it's just like pure action with stuff like
Mid-
Jason Bourne. It's like
mid-
oh,
okay.
I heard it's very good. I'm sure
2000s
I'd enjoy it
dad
if it's on.
movies.
Yeah, mid 2000s dad
Like,
movies.
movies you would
That
find on
genre,
FX.
I just never
Stealth.
seek out myself.
We watched
Okay,
the
that's
Colin.
valid.
I showed
I
Colin
understand.
the Island by Michael Bay,
Yeah,
featuring
dude.
Ewan
Amazing
McGregor and
movie.
Scarlett Johansson. That movie rules.
That
Yo,
movie
what
was
about
great.
Eagle Eye?
Hard dog.
Eagle Eye.
Oh my
Shut
God!
up. No,
Eagle Eye!
I only learned recently that like the death of cable and DVDs has been the death of all these like mid-tier movies, which would make most of their
That's the
budget
only time I
back.
ever
So
saw those movies.
upsetting.
Yeah,
dude.
that's what they made most of their budget back in DVD. So like they got like an okay like whatever theater release, and then they got like an okay, and like those combined was enough to make it profitable, and that's why those movies got made. But those are dead now, so you have like low budget or high budget. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's so upsetting. Dude.
It
Like,
is
FX,
because I want
weird.
more of
FX
them.
movies are like the best.
Oh my
movies.
Dude,
God.
I just always would just put FX on and just chill.
That's
Yeah.
the thing, because they would always play those like B
Yeah.
tier, like mid 2000s
So it's like
action
it's
movies.
it's
Yeah,
that's,
there'd
like
be the movies that
Stealth,
come on and be like, I haven't
The
seen this one.
Bourne.
like X-Men Origins Wolverine, or
Tropic
like
Thunder.
Stealth.
Fast
I
5
can't
is a
stand
perfect
that.
movie.
Fast
You
5.
can watch Fast 5 from any point and it's enjoyable.
I agree.
And I do every single time. I will catch that movie with a minute left or like 2 hours left, and I will sit down and be like, I guess this is my plan.
Yes, I agree. That fight scene that between The Rock and Vin Diesel
rules.
rules. Great fight scene.
Oh my God,
Fast
dude.
5 is the best
Awesome.
one. You can't.
I
you
remember-
watch it
cannot
any day.
convince me otherwise.
Dude.
Fast 5 is the best one.
It is a great one.
I watched the movie Two Guns on Netflix.
Two Guns.
With
wait,
Denzel
what's Two
Washington
Guns?
And Mark Wahlberg.
Who?
That sounds awesome.
Denzel Washington
so
and Mark
bad,
Wahlberg.
Dude. Yeah, it's so
I didn't even
bad,
know that was a
bro.
movie.
It's a real thing.
And it's not good.
Not one bit.
Oh.
But it's so fun. It's such a fun experience.
That's nuts.
So I want to tell you guys my Bohemian Rhapsody story.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
I
I'll
don't know
hear
if
it.
I've ever told you guys this before.
Sure.
But so when Bohemian Rhapsody was coming out, I didn't really want to see it because I'm not like the biggest Queen fan. But my dad really wanted to see it, so I was like, yeah, I'll take you. Why not? So we're gonna have a nice father-son bonding day,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
So we went to go see Bohemian Rhapsody. All right, we're sitting in the theater. Movie's about to start, and like it's not really a packed house, but like there's a decent amount of people there. This was like maybe like a week or two after its release. So a bunch of like drunk guys came in. There was like maybe 6 or 7 of them. They all come in. They're like belligerent, right? So like me and my dad are like, oh fuck, here we go. So throughout the movie, right, they're being a little annoying. They're being like, like being drunk people, like watching a movie, right?
Yeah.
And it gets to the famous Live Aid scene, right? So you know how in that scene, like Freddie Mercury's like, "Ayo," and then everybody's like, "Ayo," in the crowd, right?
Yeah.
So there's like a slight pause in between when he says "Ayo" and then when the crowd says "Ayo," right? So one of the guys over there who I will forever, I'll remember this till the day I die because it was one of the funniest goddamn things I've ever heard in my life, Freddie Mercury goes, "Ayo," and then there's a pause, and one of the guys goes, "Get the fuck off the stage!" Like he was there in the crowd with Freddie Mercury and the crowd, like, and he just goes, "Get the fuck off the stage!" And my dad and I just start fucking dying.
That's hilarious.
But the thing is, he was never funny like that throughout the rest of the movie. He just went back to being like annoying. But that singular moment right there, where it was just "Ayo," and then the timing on that was the best thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yes.
Like, it's so good.
There should make theaters with specific like loud showings.
Oh,
Like, I want to
agree.
go to a
I
loud
agree.
showing
Oh,
of certain
like
movies.
I was gonna say like the fucking Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
They got those
Well,
fucking
I want-
midnight
I'll-
screenings.
I don't
The
need
room
the
they do
cult
that
thing.
for?
Yeah, but like the room, etc.
I want to go to a Rocky Horror Picture Show. One of those.
They did at my
So
school
do I.
up.
So
I
I
never
do
made it
too.
to one.
I want to
Because-
go to one so bad.
They did other
That
stuff
seems
on
so
Halloween.
fun.
Yeah, I just want to go to one. I don't need anything more, anything less, just one. I
Was your-
want to
that's
go
valid.
What was your-
fucking experience it.
What was
I
your
want to go to the room and throw spoons at the screen whenever there's a
Yeah.
spoon because they
That-
do that. They throw
Is
spoons
that
at the movie
one
screen.
of the special rules?
I learned that. Yeah.
When you say Great Scott, you throw toilet paper, the Scott brand toilet paper.
Really?
Great.
What's that?
That's in it for Rocky Horror.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then
There's
there's
so many-
there's so many things. There's like, and it's great too because they're like the
It-
play,
yeah.
the play of it. Also, the certain things. Whoever's narrating, when they say certain shit or whatever, like the audience will yell stuff out, and then the narrators will like ad lib some kind of line or some shit.
That's
It's
good.
great.
That's really fun.
Nice.
It always seems cute, but I've never done it.
Yeah.
I've
What
never
were you
done
gonna
it
say?
either.
I've never
You
seen
You
it.
looked at
Never
me.
mind.
You're gonna ask
Yeah,
me
it's
something.
it's
Rocky
too bad.
Horror.
It's a good
Whatever.
movie.
Wait,
Good
you've never
movie.
seen Rocky Horror?
No, I
I've
just
never
never got
seen it.
around to it.
It's a fun movie.
I've seen the first
It
one.
took me
I've heard it's a lot of
forever. I
fun.
don't think I watched
Dude,
it
but
like 2 years
but
ago.
boy,
I have
do
to
I
say-
know the time warp.
I didn't love it, but I actually thought like for its time, like I have to remember it was made in like 1975 or something like that. Like it was like just like kind of bizarre,
For
like kind of
1975?
out there.
Kind of
Uh,
revolutionary.
and like
it's,
too.
his
I give it
first
credit
movie.
for like kind of pulling it off because it's so like outrageous. Like there's just scenes where like I'm forgetting the song. It was like
The time warp.
No, not the time warp one. It was the Saturday Night song. Whatever happened to Saturday
Oh,
Night?
the one with Meatloaf.
And it's like
The one with Meatloaf.
Oh, that's
God,
Meatloaf.
yeah, it's Meatloaf.
Oh my God.
There's so many
just-
famous musicians in that movie. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy, but like it doesn't spoil anything by saying it. But like I think he's like riding a
Yeah, he
motorcycle
is.
up the stairs,
Yep.
and
Sure
like
is.
everybody's just like running out of the way, and like I'm just like, how did this get made?
Dude,
How did this get made, right?
it's Tim Curry's first movie.
Really?
was
It's his
kinda
first
nuts.
movie?
I believe it's his first
for him.
movie.
Holy shit.
I could be
It's
wrong,
such
but
a
I think it's his first
revolutionary
one.
role.
Yeah, the song is Whatever Happened to Saturday.
There we go.
By
okay,
Meatloaf.
By Meatloaf.
There it is. There it
By
is.
by the man, the myth, the legend himself.
So it's just absolutely
What a guy.
outrageous.
They had one album, and that was it. I mean, they had one.
Meatloaf? Bat Outta
They
Hell.
had more than one album, but like
Well, they had more,
they
but-
had one album.
Like a bat out of hell.
Yeah.
okay,
Oh,
yeah.
Bad Out of
we're
Hell
gonna get
had
copyrighted.
all of their hits.
Yeah, okay.
No, they had one more. The
No, they
second
had-
Bad
they-
Out of Hell.
yeah,
They had other albums.
had
Like,
other
every
albums.
single-
Like four Bad
every
Outta Hell.
single,
Yeah,
every single person at this
Every
table
single
misunderstood
hit is
him.
from the first album.
I thought that no. There's one from the second album. I'm telling you. The what's one of his other famous?
Love Spud.
Um,
There was
First
a
album.
I will do anything
First album.
for love. That's
First
second album.
Yeah, that's first.
I'm telling you, it's the second album.
Colin?
Calm, look it up.
Oh, you're talking about Anything for Love. All right, let me. Open up Bat Outta
I am
Hell here.
I am
But-
like
but
so
should
certain that's
make
the
a bet.
first one.
1977.
$5?
but yeah, but
Justin?
What?
$5?
I will wager you $5.
What's the title of that song?
I do anything for love or something like that.
I
I
remember
do
like
anything
that
for love,
first
but
album
yeah.
had like
I'm actually really curious now. I really because it was from
$5?
Yes. Which one is it?
Bad Out of Hell.
The first one?
2.
Really?
Yeah, first track. You know how I know that
don't blame you.
actually?
Those two albums sound pretty similar.
It was in the movie Sausage Party.
I fucking forgot about that movie.
That movie, it had that scene where he's like going to like trying to figure out like the whole food like escapade, like that food gets eaten, and like it's like a
That's what that
meatloaf
movie's about.
starts singing, "I would do anything for love,"
And they mentioned it's on the second album.
and no, I think
Zag.
I looked it up and I
Oh,
was like,
okay.
"Oh yeah, it's on the second album." That's all. That's
very funny.
literally how I knew
Alright.
it.
I saw that movie while doing like a final, like I had a final project where like I was just like sitting around waiting on like stuff to install all the day or just like models to run. I was trying to teach an AI to play Dr. Mario.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
It
nice.
did not work, and actually we went to like go do our final presentation. It wasn't from the class; it was just in front of the professor, and we just like one of our slides was just like, here was our process. We struggled to get the drivers installed in Linux, and then we struggled to do this, and like literally it was like 8 bullet points that all started with struggled with, and the last one was like, and now we're here. And the professor like was kind of old and like really nice apparently, because he was just like, oh, you managed to do all this like despite that. It was just like a not working like a game of Dr. Mario that was immediately losing like every like screen. And he was just like, wow, you guys did all this in 3 days, like A-. And we're like, yeah. Anyway, I watched a bunch of movies while like waiting on stuff, and one of them was Sausage Party, and that's a movie that exists. I don't know, man.
Sure
I don't have any
exists.
thoughts
Absolutely.
on that movie.
It's
It got
nuts.
some good laughs.
It has some
It
good
did.
gags.
It did get some good laughs.
I haven't seen it.
I don't
You don't have
think
to.
I got
Yeah, I
any
don't
out of
think
me.
You don't have to.
No, you're
It's
fine.
fine.
I
Yeah,
think
it's fine. You really
No, I
don't need
lied.
to.
I saw the food orgy part, and that's it.
Oh,
I forgot about
Oh,
that.
what
I saw
about
the food
great
orgy.
what about food?
On Facebook. I
Food?
saw it on Facebook.
What about
I wish Eamon were here.
What
I have a
about
funny story about
food?
that food orgy
Yeah.
scene.
So we saw that together.
Because yeah, we saw it, and if you remember, my brother came too.
I
and,
do.
and he had to sit somewhere else in the theater because that was like when they started doing the like
The fancy
assigned
seats.
the
seats.
seating with like you buy your ticket at an assigned seat, and
Oh.
so we all sat like together in the front row, and I was like, all right, Jordan, go sit over there by yourself. Anyway, so in the hospital, I've seen like sometimes like in the ED, like people come in with like an acute asthma attack, and like they'll come in like literally like clutching their chest, like looking like they're choking. Usually, that's the exact face that Eamon had during the food orgy scene. And the first time I saw like an acute asthma attack, I was like, I've seen this face before, and it was Eamon from Sausage Party, and I was like, oh my god.
Now, anytime you see an acute asthma attack in
Yeah.
person, you're like, it's Eamon from
Yes,
Sausage
yeah,
Party.
yeah, yeah,
Shot guns you back to
absolutely.
that moment.
You write down like the fucking symptom or like
As-
ailment.
Yeah.
Eamon during Sausage Party on their
Basically.
fucking medical sheet.
As good as food. What movie is this?
Sausage
Party. As good as Sausage Party. It's only my second favorite animated movie featuring anthropomorphic food.
Are you about to hit me with fucking
Food
Don't-
fight?
don't-
Yeah,
don't start.
yeah.
Food fight with
Don't
Charlie
start.
Sheen starring opposite Hilary Duff.
Yep. Uh-huh.
That
Colin.
movie is bad. It is fully branded. They sold everything in that movie. Rules.
Wasn't
That
it the
movie
highest?
rules.
Wasn't it like the biggest budget
That movie
movie for its time?
Took like 17 years to make too. They
hated
like
it.
scrapped
Yeah,
it
it's
twice in the
awful.
middle. They lost
no,
footage.
it's worse than awful.
It's just straight up bad.
It's
It's
worse
so
than
bad.
awful.
Dude, why would you continue? Like they lost the footage twice. They scrapped it twice.
Wait, they lost the footage?
Give up.
They lost.
I did not know they lost the
Like that
footage.
thing. That thing
Give
took
the fuck
years to
up, dude.
make.
That's
They-
insane.
Like, that thing went through
Oh,
such
boy.
development hell.
I hate that. I
Dude,
hate
you don't
that
like
they're
the
trying to
walking of
salvage
the
it.
fucking like the manager just walks like this.
Yeah.
Rules.
Across the store.
Like an unfortunate
that.
That movie-
animation.
that movie
It
rules.
sucked. It absolutely
Oh, it's
sucked.
so
Oh,
bad.
God.
I spent how long was that movie? Too
It's-
long.
It's
but
too
how
Probably an
long.
hour
I
and a
think
half.
it's like
I have to assume
no,
it's
I think
90
it's
minutes.
long as fuck.
It's like an hour and a half at
I
least.
thought it was longer.
I have to
Ever-
assume it's
Eva
like-
Yeah,
Longoria,
at
Wayne
least.
Brady.
It.
Wait,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
like,
what is
Wayne
this
Brady.
movie?
Wait,
Stacked
wait,
cast.
Colin, you're telling me Eva Longoria was in that movie?
I
Sure
have no
was.
idea
She
who
must have
that
really
is.
needed the
Yeah,
paycheck.
she was like the
Lady
villain.
X.
She was like, I wonder.
Lady X?
One of my kids used to go
The
to college
Nazis.
out of this food fight.
Ah.
Like,
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Uh-huh.
It is a 1.6 star out of 10 on IMDb.
How long is it?
How long is
That's
How long is
I
it?
thought
that
it
might
was-
be
I thought it
lower
was
than
really
Norbit
long.
actually.
I haven't seen Norbit.
I think 1.6 is actually lower than Norbit.
I love that like bad
oh my
Letterboxd
God,
account.
Norbit.
I've
These
seen that.
episodes with
I've seen
Norbit,
that.
Oh
okay.
my
Listen,
God.
Or
Back
there.
in the day,
Hour and a
like,
half.
young
Oh,
Justin
really?
used to
Okay,
think
so
Norbit was
longer.
the best movie
Of
alive.
course.
Because
I thought it was good when I saw
because
it.
my parents were trying to get us to go see like what was that Will Smith animated movie from the mid 2000s, Shark Tale?
Shark Tale.
Shark Tale.
Shark
Yeah,
Tale.
I love Shark
We
Tale.
were going to see Shark
Tale
Tale.
rules.
Shark Tale
Shark Tale
rules.
was sold out,
Sebastian.
and we were with
Dolphin.
my family friends, whatever, and the only other movie that was playing was Norbit. And they were like, "Oh, we'll go see Norbit. Like, no big deal." I was like 9 or something like that at the time, and I was so hyped because it was a PG-13 movie. And I was like, "Yes, I'm gonna have so much fun." And there we go. And I literally went in. My parents were just like so like, "This is the worst movie ever," and I was like peeing myself because I thought it was so funny. I thought it was hilarious.
That's
you
when
guys...
I took my mom. I dragged my mom to go see Epic Movie.
Oh,
you guys remember that shit? You guys remember that shit?
my god!
I watched that a lot.
You know, like the last of like the epic movie was part of that genre of like big spoof movie.
But
Yeah,
wasn't
Meet
this?
the
Yeah,
Spartans.
Well, I was gonna
Epic
say, wasn't
Movie.
Meet the Spartans like the last one?
No,
No.
I think
No.
we saw the last one,
No,
which
the
is
last one-
super fast, which is a Fast and Furious one.
Yes.
That movie came out like 2009, and I can't think of what.
No, there's one that came out like 2 years ago.
Yeah, but
What?
like that doesn't like that doesn't.
That's-
Yeah,
no,
like,
that's not
same
the same.
dudes, like
That's-
same dudes.
Yeah, that's
and
a
everything.
Renaissance show. It's been
yeah,
long
yeah, that's
enough.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But like, did you guys ever like when you were younger?
Super Fast ruled. That
When-
movie sucked.
Also, can we talk about that?
Awful.
The fact that Epic Movie, Meet the Spartans, like those guys, they made the first scary movie,
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is like objectively hilarious.
It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
First scary
no,
so
was
like,
incredible.
what
They
happened?
started
So like,
strong.
what
I mean,
happened?
I
You can
remember
only milk
really
that for
liking-
so long.
Dude, they
I
cashed-
remember
yeah,
really
but they
liking
cashed
Epic
in.
Movie, though.
They cashed in.
They
dude.
made
I
so
just
much
assume those
money.
things are sitting so pretty.
Oh yeah.
All I'm saying is that you go from scary movie to fucking epic movie. It's like, what happened?
I haven't seen it since I was a kid, but I
They
did
started
really
not
like it
to
as a
say
kid.
that
They're
not to
funny.
say
They
that
became
scary
a parody
movie.
of themselves.
I'm just saying
Wait,
not to
which
say
one?
that
Epic
a
movie
scary
or
movie
Yeah,
is like
Epic
high
movie.
art.
Scary movie.
No, they're
Epic
all
movie.
the genre
Oh.
is like
I
it's
mean,
like
scary
parody
movies.
slapstick. It's
Is
like
that the one with
it's
Drake
slapstick with cameos. Oh, is Epic Movie the one
That's
with Drake
superhero
Bell?
movie.
No, that's
Bell? Oh,
superhero
that's
movie.
what I've been thinking.
That one
of
was
Epic
good.
movie was.
Was it?
Wait.
Epic Movie was like
Here's
exactly
the thing. When
like
I'm
that.
saying that was good, I watched
okay.
these when I was 12,
I'm confused.
Yeah.
and every
Okay.
movie I watched was good.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's why I thought
absolutely.
X-Men
They're-
Origins was
They're
good.
good
'cause I watched
gags.
it when I
Like
was
they are
12.
funny. The thing is, it's like they're like slapstick cameo things. So it's a
Yeah.
reference, and then it's like a slapstick gag.
Yeah, and then there's like a washed-up celebrity from the 80s.
Yeah,
that's
but
in it.
the
Yeah, yeah.
internet's gone rare for that forever. Because before that, that was before Vine, Twitter, YouTube, like anything.
It's-
like
it's
the
real-
short
it's
video,
real life
the
Family
short
Guy.
video meme renaissance, and it's just like it's just like the wasteful gag per minute. Like
Right.
how many more gag per minute you could get on TikTok for the same kind of humor, which is like gag with like celebrity or reference to media or current events. That's all Twitter and like TikTok.
It's
now.
literally live
And, like,
action
before-
Family Guy.
Yeah, and it's just like that millennials killed the Epic Movie.
Yeah. Well, I think
business.
they also
We
slightly
also
killed
supported
themselves,
it, but like
yeah.
Oh, we
But, like-
absolutely supported
Yeah,
it.
yeah, 100%. But so I'm
Stand for
curious,
the
did you
flag.
guys
It's a
ever
new
like when
superhero movie 3?
when you
Right?
guys were younger?
I
Did,
even saw a fucking disaster movie in theaters, and
Oh
that was
my
when
God.
I
I
realized
have not
they
another
were
teen
bad.
movie on my watch list, and I
How
don't
old were
know
you?
why. Is not another teen
Fifth
movie
grade,
a
maybe.
better one
So,
of
like,
those?
And you
Yeah,
realized
it's
they
gotta
were
be
bad?
fifth
I was like, oh,
It's
this
on my-
sucks.
yeah.
I
That's
think
gotta be
that's
like
called
fifth
the
grade.
beginning of puberty.
Yeah, about then.
but
I remember Meet the Spartans came out like a year after 300 because 300
Yeah.
was like the
Yeah.
big fucking thing at
Oh,
the time.
yeah.
Rolled.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys ever do the thing like when you went to a movie theater before you were like 18 or whatever, and just buy a ticket for a completely different movie
Yeah.
and then
Correct.
sneak to the other one?
Absolutely.
No.
Yeah,
No.
go-
I did that with The
No.
Hangover too.
I used
Good
to what I
boys.
would what I would do
I was a
is
good noodle in.
what I
up
would do
until,
is
like,
me and my
18.
friends would go we'd go to the movie theater, see what because it'll say what fucking theater the movie's playing in.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
you'd be like, all right, and then you'd look at the signs and be like, oh, that's 8 through 13. All right, what movie's in there? That's the
AMC,
same.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Yes.
they don't
AMC,
fucking
yep.
they literally
No, they don't care.
They take you at the
Yeah, no
very
care, they
beginning
don't
and
care.
nowhere else. So
Occasionally there would be a dude that like walks up and down the hallway with a flashlight, but at
Yeah.
that point
they
we
never
were just
check
like,
shit.
No, they
don't
don't
check
care who's
anyway.
there.
They
Like
don't
they
do
don't
it.
know who bought the tickets just to make sure you're
So
not
I
filming
used
it.
to
It's
go
my
in and I would
impression.
buy a ticket that was in the same hall and then just go to the other movie. Like I used to do that all the time as a kid because my parents were like, yeah, I don't know, fucking whatever. Like, yeah.
Nice.
Especially once I was 16.
Oh, you would tell your parents? I
My dad,
wouldn't.
my dad doesn't give a shit. My dad cared about one thing in life. He was like, as long as you do good in school, I don't care. He goes, and if you ever he goes, do good in school, and if you get in trouble with the cops, just call me, but like not super late. Not,
Past 1
what
a.m.
was the-
you're on
what
your
was the
own,
cutoff
asshole.
time? What was the cutoff time?
was
What's
like, never,
super
like,
late?
Never specified.
Yeah, he was just like,
Oh, okay.
just don't call me super late, and also, don't be for like drugs. I think is what he used to say or something like that. It was like,
Don't be for drugs.
yeah, it was something like
Hey,
that.
Dad, don't worry. I only killed 3 people. I didn't do drugs.
Yeah.
I was
Dude,
drunk
I was
when I did
stone
that.
cold
didn't
sober
do
I wanted
the
to see
whole
the
time. And it was
from
during the
their eyes.
daytime.
I just stared them in the eyes.
I
while
wanted to remember
strangled
this.
Yikes.
Them. Yeah. But no, yeah, like my dad didn't give a shit for any of that. So it was just like, all right, cool. So I used to like get in the car with my friends and we just go see whatever movie and be like, all right, cool, let's go to that theater, go there. I remember that there was one theater that was like a lot hard. The Regal. The Regal checks a hell of a lot harder than like the AMC does. I remember that. Yeah. They would straight up question you and shit like that. And
Really?
Yeah. And so then I remember I used to always just go to the AMC.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
But yeah, I used to sneak in that shit all the time.
I went to a Regal for the first time when I saw Free Guy.
Really?
That's when you went to Regal for the
Hey
first
man,
time?
this is gonna be your second
my
time.
second time tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be your second time tonight because we're gonna go see fucking.
I like going to
Shang-Chi.
Regal because it is closer, but I feel like I end up.
I
liking
like the
AMC
AMC much
more.
better, especially because they got the fucking recliner seats.
And
Yeah.
it's just
Oh,
like
yeah,
you can
Regal
go-
doesn't
you can
have
go to the
that.
mall,
No.
too.
Well, yeah,
Nice.
but like
Going to malls, like,
we
next
would have
Thursday.
went to the
So it's like the outside mall, and they have a Qdoba now, which is like
yeah.
a good restaurant. To go
Although
to.
I don't
We
even
can get
understand how this
Qdoba.
Regal's open since Regal technically
Oh my
went out
god,
of
can we get
business.
Qdoba tonight?
What is this?
Oh my god, is Qdoba
Oh,
right
Qdoba,
next to the
it's-
Regal?
Qdoba is right next to Regal.
Oh my god, we gotta get
Qdoba, it's like a
Oh my
Chipotle
God.
Mos, but it's my favorite of the three.
Sure,
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get Qdoba
Whatever.
tonight.
but
Let's do it.
yeah, because we would have went to an AMC, the AMC that we all fucking love infinitely better. But they don't have a late night showing for
This bit
Shang-Chi.
sucks. Yeah.
The latest they had was 9.
It fucking sucks.
It's not like play Blade Knuckles.
I wonder why.
What used to happen to fucking like 12 p.m. showings first opening night? Like I was like, oh cool, that's what we're gonna do,
shit.
and then
Probably-
AMC
they don't
didn't
do
even
that
have
anymore.
that.
Probably COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably COVID.
Yeah, I guess, because
I mean, they
the-
used to start at 10 or whatever.
Yeah, they used to
beforehand
start-
anyway,
yeah.
But like they would still do a midnight one, I guess. But like I don't know.
And then
probably
so the
COVID, now they're just like, eh.
latest one at AMC was 9. And I was like, well, we can't do that because that's like
Yeah.
you know
It's
that's
kinda
yeah
close.
because we wanted to get food, so we were like, all
Hey,
right, well,
I don't want to date this podcast, so about time.
it's whatever.
What are you, Christopher Nolan?
We've dated
All
other
the time.
episodes. We've
Plus, like,
dated
they'd have
other
to like
episodes.
they'd have to like pay people to be there like
Yeah.
that late. Maybe they just can't find people to stay that
It
late.
might
Anymore,
It might
you
not
mean?
make
Anymore.
sense.
Yeah, I
It
guess
might be
that's
that
fair.
could
anymore.
also factor in
Yeah.
on top of
Honestly,
COVID.
I think working like a midnight shift would be kind of cool.
It's probably
Like
nice.
if it's not for like a big movie, like if I was working like a Star Wars movie at midnight, like I'd fucking hate
yeah,
it.
that
Oh,
sounds.
yeah.
But
like
if I
a-
was working like just a regular old like midnight shift with like nothing in theaters or
Well,
whatever,
yeah, but
like
they
I
only
think
ever
that'd be kinda
do
fun.
midnight showings
Yeah.
for big
but
movies.
my guess is,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Working midnight shifts gets old really fast.
But there's
I bet-
different types
yeah,
of hype,
and I bet
right?
a lot of like students work there, like high school students, and so
Oh,
probably
yeah,
a good
yeah.
easy
Oh,
gig.
you know
so
what?
So yeah,
have
they
to
got
work
they got
like
school at 6
that's
a.m.
probably why there's
you
not a
worked a
midnight
midnight
showing.
shift?
When I was working at Dave and Buster's, I used to work.
Oh,
like,
right, Dave and
Like the
Buster's.
midnight or to 2:30
They close at 2:30.
on Saturday, on like Fridays and Saturdays. Yeah, 2:30 a.m.
And then you do like
Damn.
shit after you.
Well, yeah, it was like a 2 o'clock closing and then 30 minutes of cleanup.
Yeah.
Did you get to like just like play games like
If
during
it
that
w-
time?
yeah, if it was dead, I could play a game every so often. So I had the high score on a lot of Guitar Hero songs,
Hell.
but
Nice.
but only on medium and hard because I'm a pussy.
But
I can only play hard too.
the,
Never added that fifth button, so
No. Once you got the pinky in, I was out.
yeah, that was me.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it,
Yeah.
I'm out.
But
That's
the
okay.
reason that they probably don't have a midnight showing for Shang-Chi is it's probably they don't view it as a big enough screening.
That's a shame.
Really?
I mean, probably.
Guitar
I mean,
Hero
because
superhero?
like
That's kind of a big deal.
Because
It is, but there's also a lot of Marvel movies, so I guess I understand.
that's
yeah,
true.
like,
probably
it's not
no,
Infinity
you know,
War.
honestly, I'm starting to feel it.
It's not
like not
Infinity
me
War.
personally, but I'm starting to feel like the general consensus of like Marvel burnout.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel like I see a lot of people. on
I
Twitter
have,
being
I have
like,
no
"Again,"
plans
like-
to see Marvel movies except like I like seeing friends and seeing movies with friends. So every
Yeah.
Marvel movie I see from now on will probably be a hey, you wanna go see this? I'm like, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, why
like
not? Yeah, exactly.
I'll probably see
I
Spider-Man.
fucking,
I wanna
I
see the
fucking
Spider-Mans.
love comics. I fucking love superheroes. Like I'll keep watching them. I have
Yeah,
no,
I don't have
have
it.
no
I don't have that
burnout.
burnout yet.
But, like-
I feel like a general consensus
Yeah,
of people.
I
like,
would
starting
probably
to get
agree.
burnout.
I need to catch up on What If. I keep forgetting about What If.
I haven't seen it yet.
I've heard.
I am one
I've
episode
heard.
behind. I
I've
think.
heard from multiple like reviewers that I like that everyone's like it just gets better each episode. That's all
That's
I've
good.
heard.
Oh really?
Yeah,
As a TV
I
show
have
should.
like the episodes as I've got more. I've seen the first three. I haven't seen the fourth.
I
one
have
yet.
seen the first 2. So, but
I heard
yeah.
the first one is dog shit, but I heard the rest are awesome.
I thought the first one was fine.
That's fine. I don't know.
That's
It
what
wasn't
I'm
anything, it
saying,
wasn't
what I
anything to
heard.
shake your head about, but it's also like 25 minutes, so who cares?
Yeah, I mean,
Watch
I
it during
enjoyed
lunch.
Yeah.
I really wish they would do like the big, like risky ones.
Well, they,
Like-
they are. They have zombies.
Are they?
coming
Yeah,
up.
they have
risky
zombies.
ones?
They have zombies coming up.
I'm talking like there's my favorite What If story is when Daredevil is like a blind Ronin samurai in feudal Japan.
Oh.
Like, I think that
does
would
sound
be
like a
sick.
that
rule.
stuff. Yeah,
That
but
would
I
rule.
feel,
No, I
yeah,
want-
okay, that's
I
fair.
want
But
the
don't think
What
they
If-
could. I don't think they could sense that it could make that into 25 minutes.
No, the story's like
They tell one story
25
out the
pages.
I guess that's fair
okay.
enough. But
I
like,
want
'cause,
the
like,
I want the What If where Peter Parker becomes Galactus. Okay.
Oh, that'd be raw.
God,
That's
but,
a what
but
if.
like,
Holy
yeah,
shit.
but
Yeah.
like, because what
I don't
I mean
even
is
know
like,
what that means.
because Agent Carter,
But that sounds
or
Big
uh,
giant
Captain
guy.
Carter,
Captain Carter.
Captain
Yes.
Carter felt like it was too short.
Well, they're trying to
felt
retell
like it
the
was
first
condensed
Avenger
as
in
well.
I'm
25
sorry.
minutes.
Did you say
so.
Galactus, like the
Yeah, yeah.
Silver Surfer? Like
Oh,
the
yeah,
guy
that-
that-
So
yeah, the
Galactus
guy
or
that-
something.
yeah.
Yeah, both Marvel.
What?
Yeah.
He becomes
He becomes
at one point.
Galactus.
Dude, I
and
wanna
he
watch
just,
those
like-
movies.
Wait,
again.
Daredevil becomes
No, no,
Galactus.
No, Peter Parker.
Peter Parker.
Peter Parker becomes
Yeah.
Galactus.
Yeah, so there's a really funny picture of him just like being gigantic and walking down the street in Queens to get back to Aunt May's house after performing on
is, like,
the
quite big.
whatever show, the late night show that Spider-Man performs on traditionally when he starts getting his powers. So it's just a funny little gag that now he's Galactus.
Oh, okay.
He's still Peter Parker. He's still like this really sweet, like just
Oh.
high school boy. He's just Galactus.
got
Big
it,
and-
got it,
he's
got
just
it.
big and
Just the most
scary.
powerful
That's kinda
being
funny.
or whatever.
But yeah, like
I want to watch the Sam. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, you keep.
So do you guys think that we're gonna see the other two Spider-Men in the movie?
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
in.
even know if I hope I do. I don't even know like if I hope I do or not.
At this
What
point, I
are
don't
you
fucking
referring to?
care.
I don't
The-
care. I
the-
am
the-
actually
no-
I
no
do
way.
have. I had plans to rewatch the Sam
Oh.
Raimi. Like,
No Way
Oh,
Home.
I
People
just
are
did.
speculating.
I rewatched
Yeah,
the Sam
you
Raimi
were
trailer.
talking about that.
Like literally last week.
In No Way Home, people are speculating that both Andrew
Toby
Garfield
and-
and Tobey Maguire are gonna be in it
Oh.
because it's a multiverse movie.
And I don't.
Oh,
I
I
don't
see.
know how I care
I
about it.
see.
I saw something
I
that
would
said
like
that
I would like it.
Spider-Man
Yeah, it
Far
would
From
be
Home
cool.
is going to be getting the Sony characters into the MCU, and then Doctor Strange Multiverse is going to be about getting the X-Men.
Yeah.
into it.
Wait, isn't
but-
No Way Home a multiverse movie? Because they didn't introduce the multiverse in Multiverse of Madness yet.
Correct, but they,
yeah, but
they introduced it in Loki.
it definitely
Yeah.
is.
Oh, I like in Loki. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch the trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, well,
yeah.
I swear.
Yeah,
I was like,
Yeah,
I was like,
fucking moron.
did you
No,
watch
because
it?
I like connected like Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and then I like remembered Doctor Strange. So I was like getting all
because
that
it's
stuff.
Multiverse of
Is that a Christmas
Madness.
movie?
Multiverse
No, Spider-Man's a Christmas movie. Multiverse must be like March.
Yeah, I
In
think
the
it's
Madness, whatever
Yeah, I
the
think
fuck
it's
March
next year or
Madness.
something like
March
that.
Madness.
But
Hey, sports.
Bro, I'm so happy Sam Raimi's directing that movie. It's been like almost a decade since we've had a Sam Raimi movie.
I have no idea what Sam Raimi's done besides
He-
Spider-Man.
Dude, he made a
He
movie
did Evil
called-
Dead.
He made a movie called Drag Me
he
to
did
Hell.
Evil Dead.
Yo,
Drag Me to Hell
Yes!
is so good,
Yes,
dude.
it's so
Yo,
good.
let's go.
That is
that
good.
Movie
That's
rocks.
a good movie.
That
That's
movie's
a good movie.
so good.
For an hour and a half, Sam Raimi took me on a roller coaster.
Yeah, and
it
did
was
not
great.
stop. Oh,
There
it
was
so good.
literally
Yeah,
a
that's
scene. There was a scene in that movie. I just have to say this right now,
I'm
where
on it,
they're
on my
like, there's
list.
like a fight in a car with like this old, the old lady after the bank. Literally, that's just a great
An
sequence.
excellent scene.
I think
excellent.
What?
I can't even describe it. How would you describe that movie?
What's it
Like
called?
if Evil Dead took a lot of heroin.
Hulu.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that movie's a
Drag Me to
fever
Hell?
dream.
Drag Me to
Yeah.
Hell.
Oh, Drag Me
Yeah.
to Hell.
Yeah,
Yes.
I remember the trailers for this. And
This
my
movie's
sister.
I feel like I
watched
It's
remember
a
the
it's a trip. It is
Killer
a trip
ending,
and a
too.
half.
Killer ending.
It's only like an hour and a half, and
Yeah.
it's
99
great.
minutes.
It flies by.
Yeah.
Flies by.
I assume this is a horror movie.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's
yeah.
a horror movie.
But it's got comedic elements to it too.
Yeah,
I mean,
and it's
I'm
well
good
done.
with horror movies, like when they're good.
Like
I
it's
don't
as
want
funny.
to see
It's as
Jojo.
funny as like the first Evil Dead was.
I haven't seen
I
Evil Dead.
still have
Oh,
to see
okay.
Evil Dead.
I
Oh
need
my
to
God.
Evil Dead's
I should
incredible.
watch
Evil
that
Dead
together
1 and 2 are like
I
some
know
of my
we
favorite
should.
movies.
I
I've
love
really
Evil Dead
been
3
wanting to
also.
watch them. I just
Evil
haven't
Dead-
gotten
Army
to
of
it.
Darkness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me neither.
I
Primo movie.
love all three Evil Deads, and
Me
the
too.
show was also pretty
Oh,
solid.
Asterisk of the Evil Dead had no business being
was so
invisible.
good.
Dude, let me tell you something. Hot take. I love the remake too.
I
love
I've
the
never
Evil
seen
Dead
it, but I
remake.
heard a lot of people liked it.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. Anyway,
Oh yeah. So, but I wanted to say because like the No Way Home movie, because like I think it would be cool seeing the Tom Holland Peter interact with the other two. Also, as time goes on, I realized that Andrew Garfield is probably my favorite Spider-Man.
I didn't see any of his movies.
His first one is is good. Like I love the first one. Amazing Spider-Man 2, awful. The only good thing about Amazing Spider-Man 2 is the chemistry between him and fucking Gwen Stacy.
Who played Gwen
Emma
Stacy again?
Stone.
Was Emma Stone?
Because
Yeah.
they were dating at the time, so like
Aw.
the chemistry is just because they're actually dating,
It's
so
like,
they're
oh, dude, we got
fucking
paid to
adorable as
kiss?
shit. Yeah, they're adorable as shit. But because Peter, there were so many people that are like, nah, he's too hot to be Peter Parker, and like he's too whatever.
that's not even my main
You know,
criticism
but, like,
about it.
Peter
Like,
Parker is also just kind of a snarky asshole in the comics. Like he's also every girl in the comics wants to bang him. He's not unattractive in any way, shape, or form. Like
But
it's
yeah, sure.
just because like a lot of people are like, he's supposed to be an awkward geek guy, but he's never really been written that way. Like
I know.
Really?
I think the rules, as I understand, is Spider-Man has to be poor no matter what. Spider-Man
Yes.
can save the city every day. Spider-Man can have like could own Stark Industries, but he has to like be laid on rent every
No,
month.
that's the thing,
Yeah.
though. That's what makes Spider-Man so compelling. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like Spider-Man's best stories are when they humanize him.
Yeah.
Like way too much. Like not even way too much, right? Because like
Mary Jane
Spider-Man
loves Spider-Man.
No, Spider-Man is
No.
Oh, fuck that comic.
but seriously though, like Spider-Man
No.
is supposed to be like the everyman superhero. You know what I mean? Like he's supposed to be the guy like where his biggest issue is like worrying if he's gonna pay the rent, or worrying if he's gonna get his new job, or like worrying about like his relationship and stuff like that. Like Stan Lee like put all of like his fears about like growing up in like the real world
Plus, New
inside
York is a
Spider-Man.
character in Spider-Man.
And New York is a character
Which
too, which
the-
is why
which
he's
the
like
Tom
the most
Hol- yeah,
fucking relatable.
which is the Tom
character.
Holland movies have not done yet, which I'm interested to see if they do it this time around.
I
'Cause-
feel like they were doing pretty good.
Yeah,
like,
like they
no,
got
'cause,
him
like-
in the bodega,
No,
cat,
but like,
and,
I mean,
him
in terms of
walking
like,
around,
it,
interacting with everybody.
for Spider-Man, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, you have that scene after, especially because it happened after 9/11, but like where they're on the bridge and they're fucking throwing shit at Green Goblin, and it's like, hey, yo, you mess with Spider-Man, you mess with all of New York. Like that's a moment where you're like, New York stands together kind of thing, especially because after it was 9/11.
And even in Spider-Man 2 with the train scene.
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
you gotta go
and
through
then,
what?
and then
Yeah.
you got
With Joey Diaz.
and then
Yes,
in
love
Amazing
that.
Spider-Man,
Love Joey
like
Diaz.
after he's injured because he helped somebody earlier in the movie, like you see the shot of like going down like all of New York that like a bunch of crane operators like get together to like make a path for him to swing down the street, and like then you see like shots of the police being like, all right, stopping traffic so he can swing by and shit, like giving New York an active role in helping him do something.
Do like that.
Right.
That just warms
In
my
the
heart.
Tom Holland movies, like they have not really done that yet. Like he,
I don't know. I feel
he
like
interacts
I feel
with
like
the city,
they
but
do
the
it,
city
in a
doesn't
different
give
way.
back.
He
Like
interacts
in the
with the
what you
city,
just
the
described.
city does
I
not
think-
give
no,
back
I
to
think
him.
I think that's right because it was the first movie and the city doesn't
Yeah.
give back to him at
'Cause he
first.
doesn't
They,
know who
they
the
think
fuck he
he's
is
a
yet.
menace
But-
at first.
But they don't
They're
do it in
not-
the second movie either. He's also not
He's
there.
not in
but,
New
like,
York in the second
I don't
movie.
know.
That's-
I
that's the
think they
point.
do it, but I think they do it in a different way, like a different,
Yeah.
like more subtle way, where like he interacts with like all of his neighbors and like
Yeah, but
walks
they don't
through
do
and, like, does, like,
anything.
doesn't matter.
It felt more
It's
real
still,
to. It
he's
felt
walking
more.
through interacting with the citizens in New York, like he's like having like a day.
It also
I feel
felt
like
more
it's,
real
it's
to New York.
different, though, in terms of
I-
like.
I'm on- I'm
It is-
on
no,
my
but that's the
side.
thing. It
Yeah,
is different.
right?
It's different. I don't think it's worse. I guess if that's
No,
the
it's,
argument.
no,
I think it is different.
because
I
it's
mean,
more bombastic in those other movies. In these
Yeah.
movies, it's more subtle.
Think about like the scenes where he's helping people in New York. Like what areas of New York is he helping people in
Yeah.
those scenes? He's in like the places where people live. In the other two movies, it's always just men. It's always just down, like downtown Manhattan.
I mean,
I think it's like the idea is just
It
like
feels more
there's
like-
just like in Sam Raimi and whatever. Like I haven't seen The Amazings again. It's been years and years and years since I've seen Sam Raimi. But like they in your face, they're like, you know what? We love Spider-Man here in New York. Fuck you or
Right.
something. And they haven't done that yet in the MCU ones. Probably brings you out of it a little bit. There's a little broken immersion when whoever's
like,
just
like,
like,
that's the thing, right?
fuck you.
Because,
But
like,
like at
there
the
was-
same
there-
time, it's so heartwarming.
there was
I don't care.
there was a great movie like in the I remember in the trailer for Far From Home that wasn't in the actual movie where it was like he beats up all those people and then he has like that little conversation with the cops where he's like where
I
they're
don't
like
remember this.
where
I don't remember
it's
this
like
either.
it was in the trailer. It was like it was supposed to be in the beginning of the movie. Like he fights a bunch of people in a restaurant or something and like he webs them all up and then the cops get there and he's like, you guys were late, and they're like, fucking God. What? He's like, by the way, you got to start stepping up your job, man, because I'm leaving. I'm going on vacation for 2 weeks, so don't fuck it up. And they're like, all right, well, fuck you, Spider-Man. He's like, all right, bye. They
Yeah,
leave. And
that
it's
would
like,
have been awesome.
right.
The
and
the
then
rules.
like, it wasn't there because I was like, that's kind of a bummer because like it's giving more of like a character to like the fact that he's been doing shit for the city. He's been
Yeah.
like they're recognizing him, which is
friendly,
why I'm kind of
that's-
hoping.
and I think that's kind of
they
the-
call him.
Right, and that's why
Right.
I'm kind of hoping that like, because with the third movie, like I know it's gonna be like a
Like a good
big
neighbor, Spider-Man is there.
multiversal kind of thing, but I'm hoping that like it somehow wraps back to like because he's like public enemy number one or whatever the fuck. That like I'm hoping that like New York kind of gets its character of being like, no, like this guy's been doing shit for us. Like we don't think he did this. Like we're gonna stand up for him kind
Or
of
we
thing.
can
I
listen
really
to
don't- I
our
really
Lord and
don't-
Savior J.K. Simmons.
Yeah,
Then
but
they
because
would never
it's
lie
also
to
because
me.
like I want the Spider-Man to start standing on his own.
Wait,
and
does
he's
J.K.
always been
Simmons have a
paranoid.
mustache
Yeah,
in
but
this
that's
movie?
the problem, though. Is
He has a
like,
mustache in this movie,
that's
right? J.K. Simmons
yeah,
in a
he
mustache.
has a mustache, he's just
never,
bald.
Bald
never
this time, but
once lied to me or told me a lie. J.K. Simmons with a mustache. Not once.
Never.
I mean, yeah,
no, but
he told
I-
Mark to think.
Think.
I disagree with you though. Like I've read plenty of Spider-Man comics where people fucking hate Spider-Man. Like that's a
I don't
big.
know. I'm not saying they don't hate Spider-Man. I'm just saying that
But
there's
New
never been
York-
a point that New York felt like a character. I don't. If they all hated him, that's fine. That's like
But
that's
that-
still existing.
But that's like you were making the point of like, New York needs to be a character and like show their love and support of Spider-Man. It's like no, there's a lot of
They
times where
don't.
people
They don't have to be a
like
character to
Spider-Man.
show support. I'm just saying that that's how it's been. But like, if they're a character and they hate him, that's also fine. It doesn't feel like they've been a character.
I felt like Far From Home was like the most accurate to people living in New York. Was like the most accurate
He's
to
not
like
even in New York. He's in Far From Home.
I mean, like, for a
Far
minute.
From fucking kill me. You know what I mean.
The first one?
The first
Homecoming?
one.
Homecoming? There's like quick 5-minute shots, like and that's kind of it.
Quick 5 minutes.
No. I mean like a quick
Yeah, just a
succession
couple
of
quick
stuff
5
in
minutes.
5 minutes.
Quick, breezy.
That one
breezy
was
Like,
5
like a
minutes
quick
shots.
succession of shots in 5
Yeah,
minutes.
I know
Like
what you mean.
when he's like when he messages Happy, he's like after that point where he's like it shows him like talking to an old lady and then like getting that
Can't
bike
believe
from
John
that guy.
Favreau
That's
still
like,
makes
yeah,
movies. John Favreau still
that's what I'm
appears to be in
saying.
the
That's
It's
what
also
I'm
showing up
saying.
like the different boroughs of New York.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying before. Is like in Spider-Man 2, they're like very big bombastic moments. Like, but in Spider-Man in this new trilogy, like they're very subtle moments of him just like going to a bodega,
I mean, that's
helping
just
this guy with his
fine.
cat, talking to his neighbors. Like, remember when Stan Lee has like that cameo where he's like shouting out the window, like he's just doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like those are subtle moments that we didn't really get in the original trilogy. Like there's two sides to New York. Like there's the big bombastic,
Side of
like
New
there's
York
that
and
all
New
that
Yorks.
shit. Yeah, the dark side and the light side.
But I also just like feel like I want to see more of this Spider-Man like standing on his own, and it always
But
feels
I
like
was
he's
about to
being
say that's the
mentored by
problem with
somebody.
having him in a
I
connected universe.
imagine it will grow into that. Like they discovered, like literally even just like looking meta, it's what they discovered Tom Holland when he was kind of unknown. So you lock
Yeah.
him in, like literally like sports teams, like literally just like lock the new guy in cheap because he appears to be good, and then you start building around him.
As long as they keep
Like I don't know what
that
they're actually going to
contract
do in
that
this
they have.
movie, but like yeah, like I could see them like basically building parts of the MCU
I mean,
around
yeah,
him.
like-
Like they built the MCU around whatever Chris Hemsworth, and
Yeah,
RDJ.
I mean, like, I hope that, like, I kind of hope at the end of this, well, because, like, I felt like the end of the last movie was setting him up to be his own thing, and then
Yeah, and
this
then they
one
were
feels
like,
like he's being
Daddy
yeah.
Strange.
Yeah, and then it feels like Doctor Strange is going to be kind of a big part of it. Maybe it's just the trailer
He
showing
might
that. Maybe
not,
he
yeah.
isn't. Who knows? Because Marvel starts lying in their trailers now. Love it, by the way.
Yeah, that's
love
great.
that they've started lying in their trailers because I love going into movies as blind as possible, and so I love that
but
they
it's Marvel.
lie.
I know I'm going to see
Yeah.
spoilers.
Well, that's the thing. Is like Doctor Strange apparently might be Mephisto.
God,
I don't know
and
who
people have been
Mephisto
bringing up
is.
Mephisto for so
no
long,
idea.
bro.
No idea who
Like-
Mephisto is.
Yeah, can you explain
Oh,
who
he's like
Mephisto
he's
is?
just the devil.
He's
He's just the devil.
He's the
Like,
devil,
he's
but he
just a-
really likes to fist you.
Like I'm not kidding. He's the devil.
Yeah, he is. He
Like,
is. He's
like,
Marvel's
literally the Satan.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
Marvel's Satan.
Yeah, he's just called Mephisto.
But there's also
Yeah.
also Satan. So
He's
like
the guy who
yeah.
gave he's
Oh.
the guy who gave Johnny Blaze's power to become Ghost
Mephisto
Rider.
kind of sounds
Oh.
like a Futurama
Hey.
character.
Yeah, it also
I
kind of
love
makes
him
sense
already.
because this was, I guess, this part of the story is based off a comic book where people find out, or after the Civil War in the comics, Peter Parker tells his secret identity to the world, and then he's like, "Nope, I regret that. It was a mistake." So he goes to the devil Mephisto, and he's like, "Hey, make it so no one remembers that I'm Peter Parker." He's like, "Okay, it's gonna cost you your marriage to your wife."
Oh, okay.
sick,
hold on. You
sick
want- you want-
price, sick price.
And-
Anything else?
I think was
Uh,
it
so,
that?
you
was
know,
there
okay,
something-
so
everybody's
something
a
else,
race.
right?
so no,
Because-
yeah, there is. So
Yeah.
so the way the setup in that comic, right, the whole time is first of all, Aunt May gets shot.
Yeah,
And Aunt May is dying, and so they're trying to
dead.
figure out. Yeah, no, she is dying. And he's trying to figure out a way to save her. So he goes to Reed Richards, and he's like, "Hey, you've done some fucking
Bullshit.
unbelievable bullshit. Can you save her?" And he's like, "Nah, sorry." And he's like, "All right."
Is she
Doctor
dying of-
Strange, can you save my grandmother, my aunt? And he's like, "Nah, fam, sorry."
Is
And
she
he's like,
dying of anything like specific?
just
Oh,
gunshot.
no, she
Gunshot
got
oh my
shot.
gosh, just one
Just
shot.
one gunshot wound. And then and he's like,
Can't
okay,
do
Tony Stark, can you fix my aunt? And he's like, "Nah, sorry, fam." And he's like, "You guys have done all of this shit, and you're telling me you won't?" Like, I think it's like either they say they can't or they won't. And he's like, "All right, fine, fuck all of you." So then he goes, and the whole time he's been talking to like this character at random points. That's just this person, and he's like, "Hey, we can make this deal." And he's like, "Ah." And each time he goes, he sees that there's a little girl with him. And so then, when he goes with MJ, and he's like, "Give up your marriage and I'll do it." And then they're like, "Okay, let's do it." And he's like, "Are you sure about that?" And you see like the little girl there, and she's like, "Yeah, are you sure?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're sure." And then they make the deal, and he goes, "By the way, that was your daughter that would have been born, but you just said that you're not gonna be married anymore. So cool, bye. She doesn't exist." Snaps fingers. They stop being married, and everything doesn't exist anymore. That
Because-
story sucks.
Because the author hated Mary Jane, he was like, "How can I get rid of her?" Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would
They
lo-
were married for like 30 years
Kind of-
canonically.
it would
or, like,
be-
in our universe.
It would be really funny
Wow.
to me if there were just like a series of rival Arthurs who just like kept swapping Peter from like Gwen Stacy to Mary Jane. Like every comic book, they were just like,
Yeah.
I hate this one, I want the other one.
Oh my
But
god.
Mary Jane,
nobody
best
likes that
girl.
story. But I feel like the movie
Vaguely
is very
anime.
loosely based on.
It's gonna be loosely because
Yeah,
they
it
do
doesn't
this
feel
a lot.
like
They-
it's very connected.
They do it a lot where they just take like a story beat and they're like, oh, okay, now throw it with this character that we've already established and do this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it ends up being its own story.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm still pretty hyped about that movie.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of potential in,
Yes.
in Tom Holland Spider-Man interacting with the other ones as long as they're written in the same way.
Yeah, I do like
But-
multiverse Spider-Man stuff when it's done well because there's a lot of fun Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's just that sometimes it's really not done well.
Because it also feels like, based on the trailer, it does feel like it might be one of like the way that they're gonna do it is if they don't have the other two Spider-Men, it's gonna be that those two movies in different multiverses happened, but it's still Tom Holland's Spider-Man. That went through the different things because he shows up and then Doc Ock's like, oh hey Peter, and he's like, well you wouldn't know him if he looks different, so people are like,
He's
oh,
wearing a
it's-
suit, isn't he?
I don't know, man.
no,
I think they're just.
Oh,
I think
okay.
they're just building.
They
up the
cut to
Sinister
that, so it
Six
doesn't
in
mean
this
it's
movie.
actually
well,
what's
yeah,
there.
I
but,
really
like,
hope they do.
But people,
That's what I think they're doing. I don't think
What?
they're gonna have the two Spider-Man. I think they're just building up the Sinister Six. Like I don't know why
We were
everybody's
talking
all
about
fucking
this-
up in arms.
We were talking about this
Because
before.
Green Goblin's obviously in it.
Yeah.
Or
And-
Hobgoblin,
or
one of those
Hobgoblin
two.
or whatever is obviously in it.
I
Doc
know.
Ock's
Why,
in it.
obviously.
What's his name? Electro's in it. That's three members of the Sinister
Sandman.
Six already.
Well, actually,
Wait, are
so
these in the
Sandman,
trailer?
Electro, Doc Ock, Green Goblin.
Rhino,
No, not Rhino.
Rhino and Scorpion.
Uh,
Those are the Sinister Six.
it's not
Oh,
Rhino.
Vulture.
Vulture. No, Vulture would be possibly the sixth, or Scorpion. I'm missing one.
Rhino.
It's not
Doc
Rhino.
Ock.
They
Rhino's in it.
No,
Right.
they listed five of them.
Craven.
Rhino's not one of them.
Craven.
Right.
Craven.
No,
is
that's
one.
the original. But
Okay, yeah, because there's a ton of different Sinister Sixes because sometimes Mysterio's in it, sometimes Craven the Hunter's in it.
Yeah, there are different
Beautiful.
iterations. Rhino is in
beautiful.
one of them.
Like
no, I know, but I mean, like they
You know, I'm kinda
showed
happy
five
that-
of
that
them in it,
you're only
and
5
I'm missing one of
stars
them.
on
It's not
In the
Rhino.
trailer?
It's
Yeah.
Knives Out
Oh.
and Whiplash.
I'm looking at
I
like
didn't
the
like
list of
Whiplash that
Sinister.
much in the
You
end.
gave it a 5 stars.
I did.
Yeah.
Whiplash.
Whiplash.
Whiplash is
Whiplash
great.
rules.
Yeah, no,
Love
because I was
Knives Out,
looking
though.
through
Knives Out
Alex's reviews
rules.
yesterday,
Knives Out
like just
so
looking at
good.
like
Knives
what
Out's great.
his highest rated films were. He only gave 5 stars twice to Knives Out and to Whiplash.
And I
Well
only,
deserved.
Yeah.
feel like I really like Knives Out. I like Whiplash obviously a lot,
You
but
gave
like,
it 5 stars.
I did, and now I'm thinking back on it, I'm like, it's like, you know.
Yeah.
I base my 5 stars off of purely could I rewatch this movie every year and not hate it. That's what I give.
No,
5
nothing
stars.
should be
that's
perfect.
valid.
I don't know.
We always got to have something to improve on.
No, but you should have like
Well, no,
like
but
a
that's
platinum
that's
standard.
my own personal view on 5
Yeah, I
stars.
just- I understand
if
that.
I can go back to this movie every
And
year.
my
and not
personal
hate
view
it.
is fuck you.
That's fine.
Yeah, okay.
One of those movies for me is the one that I've been watching most recently, repeatedly every night.
Rush.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
All right.
No.
3.5 hours, Justin.
It's excuse me, it's
It's
3 hours.
Okay.
And I don't watch it. I watch like half of it each night, and then like the next day I just pick up, and it's like, oh, where is he? Oh, he's on a flight to Switzerland on a bunch of drugs. Great. and
we all did.
it's fantastic. And then it just like I finish it, restart it, next day continue, sort of thing to keep going.
What are your top 3 movies, Justin?
Top 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a top 5.
Okay,
Sorry, I
that's
have
fine.
to
That
extend
works.
it by
No,
2.
we'll give it top 5.
It would be The Wolf of Wall Street, Rush, Goodfellas, A Few Good Men, and The Town.
All right.
Ooh.
Fire choices.
I like those are the top 5.
Solid choice.
Yeah.
Town rocks.
Those are 5
rules.
movies that like we were
Jeremy
saying like
Renner.
I could watch
Jeremy
like
Renner.
anytime and I would be happy watching.
Okay.
I just I love them all, especially Rush. I watched Rush every day for a month.
Why don't we all go around
Yeah, I
and say our top
remember
5
that.
favorite
I
movies?
That
don't-
was a great
It's
time.
so
Snapped
hard,
us.
but like
I loved it. I loved it so much.
You sure
and then
did.
One night I was watching Rush and I sent you a snap. I was like, if I can get to like this Jenga tower to like 35
God,
stories
yeah.
or whatever, I get $200. And I made it to like 29 or something like that.
Yeah, I
and
remember.
I lost out. It was really funny. The
was
person
really
who was gonna give me $200, by the way, was my brother's fraternity brother, who was like pissed drunk at the time, who just saw the snap and was like, if that guy gets to 35, I'm gonna Venmo him $200.
That rules.
And my brother was just like, dude, make it to 35. Like, do it.
Oh, do it.
The rules.
Awesome.
Yeah, it would have been a good time. Oh, well.
Oh well.
But that would be my top 5.
Okay.
How about yourself?
Mine would be Blues Brothers,
Okay.
Baby Driver,
Yes.
Juno,
Juno.
12 Angry Men, and Django Unchained.
12, the original
Fire.
12
Yeah,
Angry Men?
the original.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's
Great
a good
movie.
one.
That
Sidney Lumet, I think, directed that, right?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because
His first
That's
movie.
a good one. That was
Yeah.
a great movie. I forgot
That-
about
Imagine
that
that
movie.
being your first movie.
yeah,
Wow.
that movie. So the reason why I
12 Angry Men.
I hope all those movies have a very specific
Sorry, I have to
reason
think
why
of
they're my
I have
top
to
five.
think of my
But
movie. Let's
that
just
movie
start.
was like the first time that, because I found it such an interesting concept
Mm-hmm.
to have the entire premise just be about those guys sitting in the room and just being one dude trying to prove the point that there is a question, not that the man is innocent, not that he's guilty, just all the evidence we have is questionable. And just going through that entire movie and just like not having a real side besides we can't say without a shadow of a doubt that he is guilty. And I thought that was so fucking cool.
That movie is one of the
Nice.
best written movies I've ever
Oh,
seen.
God,
in my
it's
life.
great.
so
Put it on
good.
my
The
list.
writing
Very
in
good.
that movie is
I know
like
I should
next
see it.
level.
Like that movie, like because it's in my top 5 specifically just for that. Then like Juno, I can watch that movie every year and feel the exact same feelings every time.
Nice,
I
nice.
feel those characters' emotions every time. It's the only movie I've ever felt that for.
Great
Wow.
movie.
Okay.
Baby Driver's just fucking incredible. I love its
Yeah, I
editing
love that
style.
movie.
I love everything about it. Its
I love
choreography
it.
is fucking incredible.
Yes.
Blues Brothers is just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I love
yeah.
everything about Blues Brothers wholeheartedly. The music's great, acting's great,
Uh-huh.
everything about it's fucking incredible. And then Django Unchained is just so much fun to watch.
Oh,
I love
love
everything
Django
about
Unchained. Great movie.
Christoph Waltz and I almost said Django
No.
and Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx, yeah.
It's
watch
so
that
It's
movie.
very
fucking
good. Yeah, it's really good. I do love that.
I should write
movie
all
a
these
lot.
down so I can watch them eventually.
I also
Yeah.
think like that movie, like
I really think it just looks beautiful. Like the way they filmed it, like especially like when they go to like what was the it was like where were they when they go to John Johnson's house and it's like
South.
so, okay, thank you you
I
so
haven't seen
much.
this movie.
Alex.
I don't know
Also,
the way
the soundtrack
the-
of the movie
some-
slaps.
yeah, it's also great. Just I guess I'll wrap it up and say that
No.
it's a beautiful
Yeah,
movie.
it's just so good.
I
enjoy
think it's
that
a
movie
well
wholeheartedly.
a good looking movie
Mm.
and well done too.
Oh yeah.
Especially for Quentin's filmography.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I loved like as like a small little thing that one of the first things that shows up when the credits roll is the horse safety certificate that like from like
No horses got hurt.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
filming of this film.
because
Spoilers.
yeah, because he was like, I wanted to put this in like the very beginning because like we have a lot of stuff happen with like stunts and stuff involving horses, and it was a very big deal to me to make sure that absolutely none were harmed and anything like that. So I wanted it to be that like the first thing you see when the movie ends is that no animals or anything were injured during the movie.
Nice.
I hope the last thing in the credits was in memory of some person.
Person died, but at the end we're good.
One stunt man died, but the horses are all okay.
The horse is okay.
Forever in
That's
our
fine.
hearts.
Yeah. All right, Alex, what do you got?
Yeah, you're up
I
next.
don't have an object permanence, so like I don't remember anything.
No,
But
you have object
I'm
permanence.
going through like in my head while I was thinking about it. I think I would say Knives Out.
Mhm.
I really like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Good movie.
I
I'm
saw the
gonna
movie 4 times.
I'm gonna
in
go
theaters.
with Inception. I really liked Inception. I haven't
Okay.
seen it in a
Great
while.
film.
I don't think I need to see it again for a while, which makes me think it maybe not a favorite movie, but I really do like Inception. And for my last, I think I'm gonna go Fast
I
Five.
figured.
Fast Five is the best of the Fast and Furious. I stand by that. And maybe Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim's like a comfort movie. It's just so easy to watch.
Right.
Even though it's just like last watch, it was just like, wow, everybody in this movie sucks. Every single one of these characters, I would not want to
Oh
be
yeah,
friends with
Scott
in real
Pilgrim is
life.
actively an awful
And I
character.
only realized that like this watch, I was like, wow, what? Should
Oh
I be
yeah,
worried
we
about-
talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah, I was
for
like,
a
yeah, should I be
while?
worried about this?
No, that's
And then-
funny.
Yeah, but so rules because I do Edgar Wright.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome.
No,
Love that,
that's
man.
funny because it's like I felt the same way when I read those comics every
Yeah.
year, and it was like when I was 20, because I read them like every year from when I was 13. When I was 20, I was like, oh, he's a fucking asshole, and I did not
Damn.
learn any of these lessons. I made all these mistakes. Okay, okay.
Yeah, absolute
Okay.
garbage human being.
I get
Absolute garbage.
bonus shout out and maybe above Scott Pilgrim, Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So good.
okay.
So good.
Okay.
So good.
Just to say about that movie, I don't remember the characters at all, but I do remember there was like a knife thrown at
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell, and Kurt Russell just grabs the knife, like literally, it looks like the knife went through his hand, but then
Yeah.
he just threw it back and
Yeah,
stabbed
the
the guy
rules.
in the eye.
That's the
Awesome.
movie that Hideo Kojima got Snake Plissken from, right? That's
No,
what
that's
inspired
Escape
him.
from New York.
Oh, okay.
Mm. Yeah.
That's the
No,
one.
I
great
saw that
movie.
movie too, but I don't
Metal
remember
Gear.
it.
Big
Oh,
Trouble in
Escape from
Little
New York
China is a great
rules.
movie.
I love John Carpenter
That's a
so
good-
much.
I need to
That's a
watch.
good-
Top three
I
favorite
need to watch.
director.
That's a
the
top. That's a good top 5. How about you?
I'm happy with it.
How about me? My favorite movie of all time is Drive.
You do like
With
Drive.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, watch
Oh
Drive
yeah,
again.
Yeah,
Nicholas Winding Refn. There you go.
Love him. Drive, Alien, the original Alien from 79.
Alien versus
or
Predator.
79? Yeah, 79.
Yeah.
Or 78. I don't remember. Whatever.
79. you're
Original
good.
Alien.
Original Alien.
Yeah.
Drive, Alien, Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Oh, the original
Original
Blade
Blade
Runner?
Runner?
Love
Absolutely.
Blade
It's on my
Runner.
list.
That
I gotta
movie's
get
my
that.
Bible.
Oh
That
my
movie's
god,
like my
that
Bible.
movie rule. Yeah, like we said, hard sci-fi, bring it back.
I
Yeah,
remember
but
walking
fuck
into
yeah.
Blade Runner 2049 and going, I can't wait to absolutely love this movie and see it make no money because nobody's
Yeah,
gonna
It's
go.
such a
walked,
shame.
walked out of it. I was like,
Such
this
a
is not
shame.
gonna
Yeah,
make
yeah,
shit.
I-
That
I
was like the
walked
first
into
one.
that-
This
yeah.
is gonna make no
So
money.
Walked into
upset
that movie
about
going,
that.
I can't believe they finally said yes. Can't wait for them to never get money.
Is
You know
it-
what?
for
But
it.
you know what? But
Is
you know
it
what? Even
Denis
if they
or
don't make
Denis?
another movie, even if they don't make another movie, 2049 ends on the perfect note.
It's wonderful.
It does.
It's
Wonderful.
a wonderful ending.
But
Oh,
they
it's
never
so
made
good.
any
Is it Dennis
Yeah.
Villeneuve or Denis?
Denny.
Denny.
All right, I
Denis
trust Denis with
Villeneuve.
my whole life.
Me too.
Or
Denis-
any 3 hours of my
Him-
time he
here's
can
the deal.
have.
Him
Yes.
and
My
oh
opinion
god, I'm
on
forgetting
Denis-
his name.
And
The
he's
guy,
a
the
Sicario,
guy that
so.
wrote Wind River.
No,
Taylor
yes.
Sheridan.
Taylor
Yeah.
Sheridan, because
My king.
fucking Wind River
Love
has the
him.
most cathartic ending of any movie I've
Wind
ever
River,
seen.
Wind
ever.
River is like one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life.
It
Like,
is. It's
that
a great
movie
film.
is
Oh my
so
God.
good. Oh my
I
god.
did. I'm gonna have to put
Jimmy
it
familiar
on.
Renner
with
and
that.
Elizabeth Olsen?
No.
Jemmy Renner
Yeah.
and Elizabeth Olsen.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
so good.
It has
dude.
literally one of the most
Elizabeth Olsen-
cathartic
I'm
endings
not
in,
even joking.
It's
in
a-
Gil
cinematic
really
Birmingham.
like
Gil
this movie.
Birmingham
It's
is
so
so
good.
good.
Like remind me
Excellent.
afterwards.
I will.
John
Because
Bernthal's
I-
also
yeah,
in
John
it.
Bernthal's in
Sarah.
it. Hugh Dillon.
Yeah.
A lot of
But
people.
I'll put it on my list
It
after.
is
100%.
great film.
Yeah,
What's that
Wind
movie
River,
with Elizabeth
excellent.
Olsen and The Rock, and they go to Witch Mountain because they're aliens or something?
Race the Witch Mountain.
Yeah.
No, never even
Oh,
really
yeah,
know.
that was a
Who
remake.
was the guy in that movie?
The Rock.
That wasn't The Rock.
Josh Hutcherson.
Was it Josh Hutcherson?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Anyway,
Alright, that's it.
Drive, Alien, Blade Runner, Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
Star Wars is like my favorite thing on the universe. But
Too bad those fans are toxic.
Too bad
as
that I
fuck.
fucking hate Star Wars fans. If you're a Star Wars fan, don't watch this show. I swear to God, pieces of shit. I hate all of you.
Hate us.
I hate myself and I hate all of you.
Incredible
I
self-love.
fucking hate Anthony and I fucking hate myself.
Yeah, exactly.
I fucking hate Anthony. I fucking hate The Last Jedi.
Hate everybody. No, I love
That's
Star
good.
Wars is like my favorite thing on the planet. I love Star Wars. So Empire Strikes Back is definitely. So I love all the Star Wars movies, but Empire Strikes Back is definitely my favorite.
Okay.
That's fair.
Empire Strikes Back, and then my fifth is like a constantly rotating like. You know what I mean? Because
The
like
best
right.
movie
at
you've seen
one
in the
point-
last 3 months.
Yeah, yeah. It was like at one point it was American Psycho. At another
Okay.
point, at
Great
another
film.
point it was a Studio Ghibli film only yesterday.
I did see
At
that
another
one, I saw you
point
tweet
it
about
was friggin' oh my god, Wally.
Wally?
I've
I
never
love
seen
Wally.
Wally.
Wally
Love-
rules.
Wally is the
Yikes.
best Pixar movie.
I know
You
everything
can fight
about
me on
Wally,
it.
but I've never seen
I
it.
will fight you on that.
I don't think
I
it's
will
the
definitely
best
be
Pixar.
fighting
what
you
do
on
think is the
Wally.
best Pixar movie?
The best Pixar movie?
Oh wait, that Wally's the best Pixar movie? I
That's
do not
Wall-E.
like Wally.
Absolutely.
No. Wally's okay. I don't think it's the best Pixar movie.
Okay.
I don't. But to tell you my favorite Pixar movie or the best Pixar movie, you'd have to give me a couple minutes. We'll
You have to think about it. There's a lot of
we'll
really
let-
good
we'll-
ones.
I want to
You
hear
just
your
know it's
top
not
five.
Wally. They're
I
all
just
good.
know it's not Wally.
love
I know it's
Wally.
not Wally.
Wally's
So-
so
I've also
bad.
never seen Up.
Oh,
You
Ed-
gotta see
We
it.
saw
Ed
Up for
Asner.
my sister's
Ed
birthday
Asner.
party. It was like her
Oh.
9th birthday party, and we're sitting there in that
What?
theater
Ed Asner, my
sobbing.
favorite- My
Yeah,
favorite
crying.
movie from
Like,
Oh
literally
my
sobbing, we're
God.
like, what is
Passed.
this?
Pete Doctor took every ounce of water out of my body and
Oh.
it went straight out of my eye holes.
Pixar
It was
does it like
crazy.
nobody else.
Yeah.
Up
In
was
5
Up's-
minutes with almost no dialogue.
Oh, it
Yes.
Bro,
rules.
like
I love
Onward, I think made me cry the most.
I haven't seen Onward.
I've never
No,
seen
no, I'm
Onward
just
either.
kidding. What am I fucking talking about? Coco did.
Coco.
Coco
yeah,
made
yeah,
me
they're
cry.
very
Okay.
different
Onward,
films.
really?
Very, very different.
Soul was heavy, but
No,
didn't make
Coco,
me
I
feel
died.
like
Soul-
crying.
Soul-
Soul like made me sip with
No,
it.
that's
Like,
what I was saying.
Soul, I
Coco,
saw the
like, made me-
credits and I was like looking at the screen, like
Coco
looking at
made me,
my own
like, crawl
face.
under a blanket and like fester for like a minute.
Soul
Hey.
for me, I watched that movie and I was just in awe of like its technical side. Just
Oh my
everything
God, yeah.
about it technically, I was just in awe. Also,
Soul?
the music,
I was,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
I
'Cause,
was
like,
like,
You like jazz?
so
John
there.
Baptiste
I
was
fucking
so
love
there
jazz.
That's a good bit
for the
though.
jazz stuff.
It's also why I love
fantastic.
Incredibles.
That's one of my favorite Pixar
Yeah.
movie.
Or the
Oh,
Pixar
the Incredibles
movie,
soundtrack
right?
rules.
Yeah,
Oh, in
Incredibles
my,
is Pixar.
in my
All right,
senior,
I really
the
hope we
senior
get it.
concert,
Before I forget-
all the seniors get to conduct
Yes,
a song. And
let's
I
hear
conducted
it.
The Incredibles.
Before I forget,
my
Ruled.
just made list of 5. So Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Okay,
because I
buddy.
read the comics so much. I watched the movie so much.
It's just a comfort
Um,
movie.
It's a good comfort movie.
It's rules.
Saving Private Ryan.
Oh,
Yeah.
great film.
Great
Great
film.
film.
That movie
That's
is
There's
so
a good
long.
15 minutes
Yeah,
of that I
have
haven't
seen it,
seen
just
somewhere in
not
the middle.
forever.
Okay.
Okay.
I've seen the beginning tons. I've seen the end tons. I just stopped at different points, and then would just rejoin the last scene.
I have a
apparently.
few of those movies,
I do too.
like TV.
Good
movies.
FX movie.
Like TV,
Also
yeah.
Alien.
Alien, the
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah.
Alien
Okay.
Rules.
I fell in love with that
Alien's so
movie.
good.
It's
Okay.
very good.
Good.
Fuck.
I love
I just had
Alien.
the
I think I
list.
put Aliens too.
Predator and Alien versus
Aliens is up there.
Yeah.
Aliens is
No.
definitely up there.
I do like those movies. but
Alien
no.
versus Predator, honestly, fun as fuck.
Yeah,
Fun
it's
as
a
hell,
fun
man.
That
movie.
movie's fun as hell.
Haven't seen it in a decade and a half, but fun as hell.
Haven't seen
I'm
it
probably gonna leave
ever.
it that way, so it remains
Yeah,
fun
yeah.
as hell.
So
Yeah.
it remains like really nice and fun and nostalgic in my head. But anyway, you were saying.
Gotta be one of the Star Wars movies. I might have to say New Hope though.
Mm.
Like I just like
How
I
dare
The
love
one that started it all.
okay.
Yeah, it's like between like between the original trilogy and like Alien.
Star Wars, the third Star Wars.
Yeah,
Revenge of the Sith is my favorite.
I just
That's allowed.
adore the practical effects that they do for space and like all the
Yeah,
like
dude.
and all the aliens that they do in Star Wars are really cool, and I like when it's all practical. That was why the Mandalorian has been my favorite Star Wars property recently.
God,
just
yeah.
because
Mandalorian's
I love
so
how it
I haven't seen
looks.
season
awesome.
two.
Whatever you like, I'm happy you like it. I don't care. I just like how the Mandalorian.
I think it's
looks.
collectively
Fallen Order-
agreed
that's
upon.
Star Wars,
That's valid.
Stay the
It
fuck
does look
away
beautiful.
from it.
Fallen
It's
Order
collectively-
also
I'm
incredible.
But
happy.
I think it's collectively agreed upon that the Mandalorian is like the best thing to come out of Star Wars in the last
Yeah.
decade.
At least of all the people
besides,
I've
like,
talked to,
besides, like, the
yes.
Clone
Yes.
Wars,
It's a
top people
space
Besides the
like-
Clone
Western.
Wars, people
Yeah.
like
I
the
did
Clone
not
Wars.
love that.
Incredible.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah. I guess the only thing that I would think that I wish they didn't do was show his face.
Who?
Pedro Pascal.
Oh,
Yeah.
Alien.
I don't want to go into more detail than that. But like, it's
Yeah.
fine. It's 100% fine that they did. But like, it would be the only thing that I'd be like, I wish they didn't. But like, it's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm a fan when they like make a big deal that like they never take off their helmet and then they don't. I'm like, rules, awesome.
It's like
Yeah.
I mean, like it's not the same thing, but like I feel like it's a big props to like Ryan Reynolds for Deadpool. That he spends most of the movie in the mask.
Yeah.
You do not see his face.
It's also like I don't need to see his face. I know who the actor is.
Right.
I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
Google.
Oh my
yeah,
God,
like
love
that's like
Ryan Reynolds
yeah.
kind of rules.
I think
If you
the
think about it.
Mandalorian kind of holds like a really special place for me a little bit because it's like one of the only Star Wars properties that acknowledges my favorite part of the Star Wars universe, which is Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh yeah.
They
it
make
the
like
only
so
one?
many references. What?
Is it the only one in
I
canon
think
now?
so. I think it really
After
well
that,
because like
the
in
Disney
Rogue
canon
Rogue
purge.
One.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they got rid of everything that was in
So
the
we should hit
It's
Colin's
so
fifth movie.
Oh yeah, wait, hold on. What's Colin's fifth?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I think I'm gonna throw out Your Name. As
Oh,
my
Your
Yeah,
name,
yeah, yeah.
Wait. What's your name?
Your name rotates from my sixth and fifth.
Wait, what's your name?
It's an anime movie, but it's like just one of the
so good.
most like brutal,
Ice.
amazing movies you're gonna watch. I think it's
It's
better
like
if you
one
go
of-
to a blind.
Sucks.
I really
I
highly
love that
recommend it. I have
movie.
I have it on
It's so
Blu-ray if
good.
you want to borrow it.
I also
just
have
kind
it.
of go, just kind
I
of go in
don't
blind.
wanna. I
Genuinely
want.
one of the most like
I
uplifting
showed-
and soul-crushing movies at the same
if
time.
you've never-
Is it a Studio Ghibli film?
No.
No.
Oh.
But honestly, it could have been made by them. I think they could have
It's
done
made
it
by Makoto Shinkai. People like helmed him as like the next
vaguely anime.
Miyazaki, and
Okay.
with good reason.
he. So
Movie
what's funny about it
rules.
though is
Oh
that
my
movie
God.
came out. And everybody fucking loved it, and everyone was like, "He's the next Miyazaki. He's the," and it got to a point where he was like, "Please stop seeing the movie," and he was like, "Just stop. I don't want. Stop seeing the movie. I don't want this," because he was like, "I don't want that pressure. I want none of that. Stop seeing it. I don't want it to be this successful."
Did he make another film?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
made
Weathering
another-
with You.
Yeah, which is still really great.
I
Not
love-
as
I
good,
do
but it's
Weathering with
great.
You.
Incredible.
Very
Your
good
name
movie.
hits.
But
so
I do
if
wanna-
you know nothing about Your Name, honestly, just
Yeah, go
Just
and
watch
go-
it.
Just go
Absolutely
watch it.
go
Yeah.
and
Oh,
watch
I'll
Yeah,
tell
I
you.
definitely
I'll tell you
would.
a good bit I did, but I actually don't want to spoil it for you. Like you should get
Okay.
spoiled.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go. I'm
but
gonna
like
go in
remind me
blind.
like in 10 minutes or whatever. I'll tell you the bit once.
Yeah, but 100% just go see it.
Honorable mention to Hot Fuzz.
Ooh.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I like Hot
wait,
Fuzz.
so hold on. Wait, so has everyone seen the Cornetto trilogy?
I just
yes.
finished.
No,
Okay,
I haven't seen Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, okay. See, that was the last one I saw too.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah.
so well, all right.
I
so
kind of
then-
watched them backwards. I watched At World's End with you, and I don't know
yeah.
if I saw it with you. I saw it
only
in
saw it the
theaters,
first
and I
time,
had
like,
no
2
idea
months
what
ago.
it was. Then I watched Hot Fuzz like 3 years ago, and I was like, "This movie's good." And then I have to watch. Shaun
Same.
of the Dead.
It was World's End, Hot Fuzz.
Hot
Shaun
Fuzz.
of the Dead.
Nice,
So,
nice.
Shaun
I
of
was
the Dead's
gonna s-
usually considered the strongest one too, so you'll probably have a great.
So
great.
what I was gonna
Okay.
say
Okay,
is
good.
what's everyone's order for those movies? Because
I watched them in chronological.
well, no.
Well,
I mean,
actually,
in terms
sorry,
of
I
like
didn't
what you
either.
think is the best. Because mine
Oh.
is World's End, Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead is in terms of best to worst.
We've had this
Yeah,
conversation.
because
Uh,
I think I just had Shaun of the Dead hyped up to me for so many years.
I saw
that
Shaun of the Dead.
I
with
just
no
don't think it was as
context.
good.
I didn't even know most. I didn't understand
Yeah.
most of those jokes. I was too young. But
I
then
just-
also like I just thought it was really funny for what it did hit.
But
I just
World's
saw it on
End's my
TV one
favorite.
day, and I was like, "Oh, this is awesome."
I saw the camp.
But I
Like,
was
had-
curious
had English
what your guys'
counselors, and they
order-
were like, "This
order
movie
was.
rules," and I was like, Yeah, whatever you say, 22-year-old. You're the coolest human ever.
Uh,
Oh my god, one of my counselors was like an Abercrombie model for like a hot second. It was like, yeah, see this ad? The girl's naked against me. I was like, oh!
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and he was hot, to be fair.
All right.
That's
Like,
great.
tracks are, he was like 22 or whatever. It was like, yeah, like that shirtless. Like, yeah, they're actually shirtless. I was like, ooh.
That's
Alright.
great.
It's like 8th grade
Cool.
or whatever.
Let's see. My order would be
Science
Hot
camp.
Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, World's End.
Okay.
well, first off, I want to say my 5th movie
Okay.
because I know I said it rotates, but right now, currently, it's Arrival.
Oh.
Rules.
Arrival's
I saw
so
Arrival 3
good.
times, it's
I
incredible.
love that movie.
Arrival.
I love that
fundamentally-
movie.
Arrival fundamentally rewrote my
Has to
DNA,
be.
dude.
Arrival
Has to be one of the
rules.
best
Changed
movies
me
of
as a
the
human
century.
being.
It is
So good.
So good.
Changed me as a human being.
Absolutely.
Did you watch
Such a
Annihilation?
Jeremy Renner. Such a
No,
bad
I didn't
I know,
watch
he's
it
such an
yet. I
asshole.
asked for
Oh my god,
everybody's
that was.
opinion, but I'm gonna
Remember when Amy
Annihilation's
Adams was
incredible.
his?
Yeah, I gotta get
Annihilation,
to it.
excellent.
Is
Remember
it in
what-
the same
yeah.
vein?
Arrival?
No,
Versus Annihilation?
It's in the same vein where
It's
it's
the
like
same
hard sci-fi with beautiful cinematography,
Rules.
but
that.
Yeah, yeah.
They
plot-wise,
both rule.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
They
That's
both
good.
rule.
I
They're-
love
they're both
Arrival.
great.
There
Remember
is
when
a
Amy Adams was
standalone
in-
scene in Annihilation that I think is one of the like. I don't even want to specify what kind of like way it made me feel, but there's a scene in Annihilation that like it makes you feel some shit.
can I guess what
Okay.
it is?
Is it
I
gonna
didn't
spoil
wanna
the movie?
Spoil it. Yeah,
Bad.
I didn't,
I'm gonna be as vague as possible.
Paddington.
Natalie Portman squared.
no.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Paddington.
Paddington.
Yes.
Paddington.
Yeah. Paddington.
Oh, Paddington. Yeah.
Paddington.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have to say though,
Uh,
like since we just mentioned
rules.
Arrival though, it does rule. But like has everybody in here seen it?
Yes.
Arrival.
You've
No.
seen it? Oh, okay. All right, never mind. So I'll
We'll talk
hold
about it
back
later.
because I really do think
You should watch it. It
enjoy
rules.
it, and I don't want to spoil
Rules.
it for you because it really does.
Remember when
rule.
I also highly recommend reading the story it's based off of.
Oh,
the short story by
yes.
Ted Chiang.
Which
Yes.
is
I think it's called.
Didn't he consult?
He
Wasn't
did.
he like
I
wasn't he
don't know.
involved in that?
I don't
I
know.
hope so.
No, he was involved.
I was gonna say
somewhat.
because like sometimes
I read
they
that
don't
on
involve.
IMDb.
Yeah, 'cause
I
was
wanna
gonna
say- I
sometimes
wanna
they
say
don't
it's
involve
called-
anyone at all.
Can you look
I'll
it up?
look it
it's,
up.
It's Ted Chiang. I want to say it's the entire history of you, but I know that's a Black Mirror episode. I
Yes.
forgot what it's called off the top of my head.
Remember when Amy Adams did not serious movies? Like I was watching Tenacious.
Yeah,
and
sure
Epic
did.
Investment,
You mean
and
Enchanted?
she has like a
I
throwaway.
did.
She has a throwaway like appearance in
Tenacious
Tenacious
D.
D.
Year.
fucking
Pick a
Ella,
Destiny,
Ella,
incredible.
or not Ella Enchanted. What's the New York City one? With
Enchanted.
James Marsden. Yeah, Enchanted.
Enchanted, yeah.
Enchanted rules though.
She
Enchanted
was in,
rules, Enchanted rules.
Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
she's done.
And then she was
great
just like,
stuff.
Story
"Oh,
of
by
your
the way,
life.
I can act.
Yes.
I can act like fucking hell." And she was like, "Oh yeah, okay."
hell yeah,
Okay,
hell yeah.
the Arrival story that it's based off of is called "Story of Your Life" by
Okay.
Ted Chiang.
I have to. I wanna
Highly
read that.
recommend
I want to
reading
read that
that.
so bad.
Okay.
Amy Adams is also
How long is it? Do you know?
I wanna
Is that a
say-
short story?
I
or
read a
what?
PDF.
It's a short
of it.
story.
Okay.
So I don't really have, and it was all just like one continuous
So
image.
probably
so
like-
It's
I-
Amy
a few
Adams
hours.
that's in the
Okay.
in the Superman movies, right?
Yeah,
she's
Lois
Lois
Lane.
Lane.
Yeah, she's Lois.
Amy
yeah.
Adams is my favorite actress.
Amy
Yeah.
Adams.
Yeah.
I
I'd
fucking
agree.
love
That's
Amy
my
Adams
favorite
in
actor.
basically everything except for when she plays Lois.
She is in a
Just because the writing for it has
She's
nothing to
great.
do with her. Just the writing.
Yeah, she's in an HBO miniseries. So if you guys don't know, HBO every year does like one or two like very short miniseries, like 6 or 8 episodes.
Oh, like
you know what I'm
Chernobyl
about to talk
and
about.
stuff.
So a few years ago,
Look
back
up
in
Game Night.
2018, they did a show called Sharp
Game Night.
Objects.
I want to know the lady's
Um,
name. I always forget her.
Sharp Objects is like one of my favorite shows ever.
Yeah.
It's a Mean Girls girl.
Highly recommend it. It's Amy Adams,
I can't
Patricia
remember.
Rachel
Clarkson, Amy Adams, Patricia Clarkson, and some other people. Oh, Chris Messina. There's a bunch of people in it, right? And it's 8 episodes, and it's fucking excellent TV. And it's also kind of notable because it's one of the only shows that Led Zeppelin allowed their music to be used in,
Wow.
which is kind of insane. They
They
have
never
like a
do
bunch
that.
of Led Zeppelin. I know they never do it. They had a bunch of Led Zeppelin songs in it, which was kind of cool. But
They're in
Sharp
the
Objects
Fighter
is excellent.
Yeah.
with Shamil.
Did you know that apparently according to the story when Taika Waititi was pitching Ragnarok, he had the scene where like Thor jumps down into the crowd and it plays and it plays
Immigrant Song.
Immigrant Song. According to him, or according to the story, the execs were like, "Wow, like this is incredible. What is that song?" And he's like, "Immigrant Song," and they're like, "What is it?" Like, and he was like, "Led Zeppelin." And they were like, "Wow, that's cool. Yeah, let's do it." Like they didn't know what it was.
Wow, that's.
They didn't know
horrifying.
Immigrant Song.
The thing is, I totally understand that there will.
That was the
there's
story I
probably
heard.
now a generation that will know Immigrant Song from that scene, and that's kind of okay because it's so good.
Yeah,
it's
it's
so.
well, because
I'll go back and
Jack
watch
Black
that
was
scene.
like,
That
"Hey, you guys stole
rules.
my thing," because Jack Black has it in School of Rock where he
Yeah.
sings it, and I remember that was like a cool little thing, like not like an actual thing. He
School
was
of Rock's
doing it
a
as
good movie.
joke, but
I love
Yeah.
School Rock.
Fantastic movie.
Nothing but love
Wait,
for Jack.
wait,
Black.
Rachel
Inspired
McAdams?
me to-
Jacob
Yeah,
Black.
Rachel McAdams. He was right.
love Rachel McAdams.
Oh, I love her.
Rachel
too.
McAdams is
She's great.
incredible because Game Night was like the first time that I realized that I
Yeah.
fucking loved Rachel McAdams.
Yeah,
Game
because the only
Night-
thing I'd seen her in was Mean Girls
Because
before
I, yeah,
that.
'cause I think I've
Maybe
said
Wedding
this on the
Crashers.
podcast before, but like Game Night was one of those movies that I went to go see with a friend. That was like literally, it was one of those movies when we were just going and seeing everything, and we thought it was gonna be bad, like
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
I know
And
it's
that
okay.
movie fucking had no business being as
heard that movie's
incredible
really
as it
fun.
is.
Yeah,
and those
I
same
think-
and the same
Yes.
people that made that movie that is fucking phenomenal. If you haven't seen Game Night, please go fucking see Game Night.
You should see Game Night.
They
So
are
easy.
making a
Such
D&D
good
movie.
watch.
Oh, really?
they're making the D&D
they're-
movie?
and yeah, they're the ones making the D&D movie, and it's gonna be like basically in the same vein that like it's gonna be shown of like people sitting at like a table talking about it, and then you go into like the table and show
Gross.
like different actors
fun.
going and like doing the shit.
Like
And I-
Jumanji, but better.
Damn.
Right, and I'm like,
You
if
told me
any-
Jumanji was okay.
what
Like the new ones. the
Yeah,
Jack Black ones.
I never saw the second one. I did actually enjoy the first one a lot.
I'll watch it one day.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
But I think if anyone could pull off a D&D movie, it'd be them, and especially the way they're going about it. I don't know how it's gonna come out, but like if it's anything like fucking Game Night, surprise the shit out of me. I have hope.
I assume either you or Eamon told me about Game Night, and it ruled.
I think me and
It's
him had
truly
the
like
same-
you look at the cover and you're like, this is gonna be bad.
Yeah.
And you start watching it like this is gonna be bad,
Yeah, when
and
you
it
look
just
at the
hits.
cover and the trailer.
I
you're
think
like,
yeah,
I think me and him had
Well,
the
no,
same
because
experience, but we
it
didn't
also
go together.
came
It was
out-
like, oh, we're gonna go see this.
It also came out near the same time as like The House or The House Always Wins, which was an Amy Poehler Will Ferrell movie.
Oh, yeah.
where they like set up a fake casino.
I
Didn't
don't
see that
remember
one.
that shit.
Because I was confused for this specific thing when we were
Oh,
thinking about
yeah.
the movie. I was like, I
Did not
thought
know that movie existed.
I thought it was that movie, and I was like, that movie looked bad. I've seen trailers for that, but I hadn't seen trailers
Game
for
Night
Game
is
Night.
incredible. And
Game
there's-
Night is not
there's-
that movie, and it
yeah.
rules.
There's so many. There's also
Can't
like,
speak
so
about
many
that
little
movie.
shots that are so cool that like there's a
It's
shot
so
like later
fun.
on like where there's a car. They're in a car in a parking lot. And it's like a crane shot, and it makes it look like it's a car, like the Monopoly car on a game board.
They sort of
That's
like
kinda
they
funny.
tilt
Yeah.
shifted
Goes
a
into
little
the
bit.
thing.
It rules.
It's so cool. There were so many little tiny things.
Sometimes
It's
like
so cool.
sometimes it's just like people are just like, yeah, we could just be good at this.
It had no
Damn.
reason being as good as it is. Like,
So
That's
fun.
pretty funny.
It's such a fun, easy movie to watch. It
Yeah,
takes-
I
it
agree.
is such
It
a-
is great.
Such an easy an hour and a half just
yeah,
to crush.
and like
Yes.
again, if anyone could pull off a D&D movie, I think it'd be that group.
I don't know.
I have no
Imagine
idea if it'll be
knowing
good,
their names.
but yeah, I wish. Can you? Who are the people that directed that movie?
Which
Game
one?
Night.
Game Night.
What is Game Night?
Directors are John
What
Francis
is
Daly
Game-
and Jonathan Goldstein.
I think
Yeah,
they
I think
also
they-
did did Crazy Stupid Love. Did they?
I love that movie.
Did they do
I
that?
almost
Let me
watched
check.
that movie
Oh,
last
that
night.
Is that-
movie's
and it's- is that the one with Adam
good.
Sandler?
Instead,
No, that's
we
Steve
watched
Carell.
something new,
Oh, yes.
which is
Steve-
not
it's
for
like
me.
What's
a
something
Ryan
new?
Gosling's in it.
Yeah,
Emma
it's
Stone's
those
in
those
it.
A
little
rom-com
love
that
movies that take
wasn't
place all
funny.
around the same
Yeah.
years. I always forget.
I
which
want to
one.
Technically
confirm
about
that
race
it's
and,
them,
like, it had,
but
like, good
but
takes there
I
for
love that movie
2006.
too.
It was like written by a
I think
black
that's a
woman
good
and
movie.
written
No,
by a
you're
black woman, which
absolutely
I
right.
did look
Game
up.
Night really
Written and
slaps.
directed. But like,
I actually watched it twice on the
yeah,
plane
not for me.
coming back
Believe
from
it or not.
Israel.
It was a
Like,
rom-com
I
that wasn't
watched
really
it,
calm.
and as soon as it was done, I was like, yeah, I want to watch
The-
this again.
the
And I
dude
restarted it and I watched it again.
From
Incredible.
Because that plane ride,
Devil
they had
Wears
censored
Prada,
every
the one that
movie,
Anne
and
had
and
the
Game Night I
something
think
near
is
the end with the
PG-13.
writer,
Like, because I
Paris.
don't think they like curse a lot in the movie.
remember.
Or
I
there's
don't
not a
think
lot
so.
of
Yeah,
like
me either.
extreme
Not crude
profanity. It's
actors,
like
but he's a lot of
it's still
trust.
very funny,
Right.
but it's not like without like all the vulgarity.
I know who you're
It's,
talking
like,
about, but I don't
Yeah,
remember.
It's
yeah.
an R-rated
I couldn't
movie,
tell you his name.
and it was like
Couldn't tell you.
great
The dude
because
from
it still
Tenet is
was
fucking
funny,
Gilroy
but
Lockhart.
without like
Who?
being censored.
The
Like, I remember like I
Beaver guy.
watched like the Disaster
Tenet.
Artist.
They did not.
Branagh?
Yeah.
They didn't do it.
They didn't direct it. I don't know if they
Oh.
worked on it, but they didn't direct it.
Gil-
Oh, okay.
Gilroy Lockhart.
Interesting. Okay.
Who's that?
From Harry
What's
Potter.
We
Oh,
we
yeah.
had this conversation before.
I didn't know that.
Kenneth Branagh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that man.
Yeah, we
I
had the
love that.
conversation.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mentioned him as Lockhart.
Also
No,
in
yeah,
Dunkirk.
Yeah, but I saw
Yeah,
Dunkirk
also
the other day. I was like,
Dunkirk.
ah, there he is.
But,
I love Kenneth
'cause,
Branagh. He's one of my favorite actors.
Speaking of like movies on a plane, that's how I saw like when I was going to Italy, I saw 3 movies on the way there and 3 movies on the way back, and it was fuck now I'm spacing on what they were, but one of them was like Hitman's Bodyguard. Oh, Hitman's Bodyguard, Murder on the Orient Express,
Kenneth Branagh movie.
Good plane
and,
movies.
I'm now forgetting the other ones.
All the movies
I
I
want to
watched
say
off, right?
Wind River. The first time I saw Wind River might have been on that. I might be wrong.
Oh,
now.
that's just the worst place
Yeah.
to experience that movie.
I might be wrong, but because I remember I was like seeing him as bodyguard in that movie because I was like, I didn't see it in theaters. I actually really enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm like the only one that's. We
It
have talked
seemed
about that.
entertaining just because I
Did
do
you wanna say
like
something?
Sam Jackson and Ryan
it's-
Reynolds.
it's-
I'm sure they played
It's
exactly
Samuel
who I
Jackson
thought
and
they
Ryan
would.
Reynolds. Their chemistry is incredible.
I'm sure they played exactly who I thought they did, and I'm sure that movie probably followed pretty much exactly where I expected
that
it would,
movie
and
is
I
good
probably would have
because of
enjoyed it.
Yeah, that movie is good solely because of that.
No, my best plane movie experience, like I play movies or whatever. The worst plane movie is I was like 8 and I didn't want to sleep on the plane even though I should have, so I watched Maid of Honor. It's not good.
Yikes.
Not for me as an
Yikes
8-year-old
now.
boy.
No
Um,
thanks.
The best thing I did is on a long flight, I watched all 3 Lord of the Rings movies without getting up.
That's
not
great.
not the extended movies, but I started when taking off and we hit the end as we were landing.
That's pretty
And
nice.
I just watched it
Yeah.
straight through without getting up and peeing. It was awesome.
Call Me by Your Name and Lady Bird.
Oh,
I also saw
Lady Bird.
both of those movies on that plane because I didn't have any drive to go see them.
Yeah.
Actually, and I
Interesting.
didn't think they were that great.
Hey, in this video, can we hyperlink the Timothy Chalamet statistics video?
No, we sure can't.
Okay, but now that I mentioned it, you have to put it in.
I
I-
can
not
put a
putting it
little,
in.
I can put a little thing,
Okay.
but I
Yeah,
can't.
you-
I'm
I don't
editing
like
this
your
episode.
editing. Oh yeah, he's editing. Never mind.
I'm gonna
Can I-
comment dead.
Can I tell
Uh,
you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no,
Oh,
I
yeah.
was just gonna say, have you seen Mushishi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Well, I hope you can see it by next week.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we are a bit.
So
over.
next week
Did you have something you wanted to say right before we wrap up?
It would open up a giant can of worms, so
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna. I
Alright.
think I'll hold back until
So
we, all,
the
we,
end.
can
next
all,
week,
we can all
uh,
yell at you for 30 seconds if that would like recreate the experience for you.
Okay. All right. Fine. Worst playing experience I had was when I watched Attack of the Clones, and it was the worst movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's
It
pretty
is-
dog shit.
It is
I'm
the
not gonna-
worst.
I'm not
It
gonna
is the
twist
worst
your arm
movie I've
about it.
ever seen in my life. I know you
Worst
yelled
movie ever.
It is the
It's
worst
not the
movie
worst
I've ever
movie
seen in my life.
life.
On
I
a
don't think it's the
plane.
worst movie I've
On
ever
a
seen in
plane.
my life.
Not
It
even
was
close.
really.
Not
It
even
was
close.
really. Really
So wait, are you
bad.
saying it's the worst movie you've ever seen on a plane, or worst movie you've ever seen? Period.
I'm actually gonna go with it's the worst movie. Well, isn't that the same thing?
No,
No.
because I've seen movies on plane. I've seen movies off of planes.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Worst movie on a plane, but like not your worst movie of all time.
Yeah.
I could probably. I
My
could
worst
probably
movie I'll
think
play
of
is Maid of
something
Honor.
worse. But
I
it
saw
was pretty
Cats.
dog shit.
Ooh.
It was really
yeah.
not great.
It's
I
not a
did
great
not
movie.
like Attack of the Clones.
I love that
I
movie
get
so
fucking.
much, but it's
It was
not.
also the first Star Wars movie I ever saw.
Flashbacks
It's
whenever
a
you
dog
watch
shit movie, but I love
And
it so much.
everybody loves Star Wars, and
Yeah.
I watched Attack of the Clones, and I was
Hello
like,
there.
why does everybody
Hello
like
there.
Star Wars? Like this movie's like not good.
To be fair,
It's
you
not
started
good.
off with the objectively worst one.
Well,
like,
this is correct, but you know, it still was. It's still not a good film. I didn't
No,
like
not
Hey,
it.
at
what anime am I watching before next week?
All right,
so next week we're watching. Do you want me to do it?
Well, yeah, you can
All right.
do your little thing.
So next week,
You want to hear my
we-
thoughts on Flip Flappers?
I'm gonna stab you.
I didn't watch it.
Stab him with what?
Not you.
A flip flop probably.
Yeah, flip flap.
Anthony, it's your anime club.
Yeah, so next week it was my choice to watch this anime. We're watching Mushishi, so if you haven't started it by now, good fucking luck. It's 26 episodes.
Shout out to the 3 people that haven't watched it yet, that still haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
I started it.
How
Yeah.
many episodes are you in?
Doesn't matter.
1 episode?
It's
Is it 1 episode?
You know what? I
more
will
than
tell
it
you.
was
I will
yesterday.
tell you it's more than one, but it's less than 24.
I have until the
Okay.
episode comes out to actually watch it. So I've got like a month or whatever.
Yeah?
Yeah, you sure do.
You sure do.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be on next week.
Yeah?
No.
Nope.
But we watched
Next week, you will hear for a hot minute our thoughts on Shang-Chi, possibly.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway.
So
I'll
yeah,
listen.
so Anime Club. We were watching Mushishi. We're gonna
No, I
you
want
have
to
to watch
also be
that.
in a month. I'm so
Oh
sorry.
my god.
Alex.
Anime Club, we're watching Mushishi. You gotta watch it by next week. But you know, you don't. I guess you don't really have to. You have to watch it by next month because this episode's gonna
Well, no,
come
next
out.
week, because
Ne-
people
next-
that are watching it will be next week.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, no, we have to watch by next week.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
Well, so
them.
do they.
No, they don't.
Time is an illusion.
That episode isn't coming out for like what?
Right, but
4
when
weeks?
this episode comes out,
Yeah,
they
but they're not
have
gonna
to-
see us say that.
So
By the
much
time
for
they
being
see
here
it,
with
not
us.
kidding.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know,
every
dude.
year in the
I don't-
podcast, it's faked.
If you die in the game, you die for real. If fucking I don't know. I watched too many Christopher Nolan.
You know what?
Was that a
watching
free?
Thor.
Was that a free guy
I'm
reference?
happy that there was a lot of crosstalk this episode because now it's
John
just
David Washington runs.
Watching too many Christopher Nolan's movies made me realize time is an elaborate construct that I don't understand. so
Anyway,
it's fine.
you should watch Mushishi.
So watch Mushishi by next week.
And if you don't, well, you should watch the episode anyway because we need the views. So, you know,
Yeah,
just it'll be
and
spoilers.
I'll tell a little story beforehand. You wouldn't want to miss that story, would you?
I wouldn't
Yeah.
wanna
No,
miss
but you
your
so,
can tell me after we
uh,
stop.
voice.
Thanks,
don't
man.
forget to so thanks for watching us. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Hey, me. Like, comment, surprise, idiot.
Surprise.
And
Like,
surprise.
I'm in a surprise.
Surprise, Alex.
Yeah,
Surprise.
surprise me.
Surprise.
And
Ride me.
Don't forget, Mike owes me $5.
I
Mike
do.
does owe
I,
us
do.
$5.
I will send you that $5. If you're on streaming services, follow, rate, leave a review, and I don't know. Do you guys have anything to plug? You have Do you have plug-based things, like something you want to be like, oh, hey, follow
I
me
built
here or whatever?
a
Oh.
fish that responds to Amazon Alexa, and I have to plug that into the wall.
Nice.
We will tweet it.
And, you know, follow Kat at Kat the Moonstar on Twitch and Anthony at Super Milkshake on YouTube. And, yeah, thanks for watching and listening.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.